You already know.
You already know, here at Studio 1025, I am the one they call Ooze.
Hey,
This is my
salute
guy
baby.
Lucas. You already know. And it is the MELLO-ROOM. It's another Sunday, people. We here in the building.
Yeah, man. Thanks for everybody who tuning in, who've been checking us out, man. Like usual, we keep it fucking moving. Sunday fun day.
We another one at it for y'all. Um, Damn, I know right now I sound kind of like down, whatever. But
We
it's just as a
mellow,
nigga
yeah.
super mellow right now. It's all good. I'm just getting it in gear for y'all. You already know.
Giving you a little bit of different angle of the background, how we got the bar in the back and shit over here.
Yeah,
At
we
the
switching it
Studio
up a little bit.
1025.
Switching up the ambiance for y'all a little bit. And damn, as I look to the left, kind of see out the window, it look like it's about to get busy out there. Clouds rolling in and all that.
Yeah, it looks like it's a cloudy day, man. Good day, real good day to get low and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real good day to
Roll
kick back,
something up.
do the roll up, do the chill out, kick back, listen to a good podcast. You already know. That's what we here for, man. It's the MELLO-ROOM.
Shout out Ayers Printing as usual.
Big shout out to Ayers
homie
Printing.
Jose.
You know that's family over here on this side.
Hell yeah. Go to studio1025.com and you can check out this actual podcast live there as well. And how you do that, you should go to the MRP Live page off of Studio 1025. And there'll be two options. There's a Facebook and a YouTube. The Facebook feed is not there, but you can click on the YouTube feed there and it will take you right there. We're also YouTube Live, Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? We are branching ourselves everywhere.
Yeah, we're trying to pop up in as many markets and districts as we can, basically.
Hell yeah. I still unfortunately need a motherfucking haircut, but it's all good.
You're supposed to take care of that the other day, bro.
I couldn't, man. It's too busy, man. I appreciate the man for reaching out. He called me and everything.
Yeah, man. Big, super huge shout out to Dusari. You already know that's family, Edwin.
Yeah, I talked to him and I told him that I was like, man, by the time I get out of here, he was like, I'll probably still be here, and I was like, I don't honestly want to rush like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, he was like, he'll be back Wednesday. So
yeah, man, exactly, man. Happy birthday to him, you know what I mean? If he do get the chance to tune in, I know he out there right now celebrating a birthday weekend, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for him, he doing his thing, making it happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big shout out, happy birthday to him. Also, a big shout out and happy birthday to Harvey Dent, Butch.C.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Butch.
Yesterday was his birthday, man, and if anybody who knows him like I know him, I know he was super turned. I called him, and see, that was my fault. I waited too late to call him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I would get him on the phone like probably about 11. I don't remember. Maybe it was 10:30.
Oh, by then he's probably already turned.
Maybe it was like 10:30, 11 when I called him. But I figured I'd be able to get him on the phone in the midst of like party time and action, so I could like wild out real quick with him. But I ain't get him on the phone. But I did call him. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, I already know he was too turned to answer the phone. So I know what that symbolizes, man.
Well, happy birthday, brother. I hope you had a wonderful time, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm sure he did.
It was also OG's birthday.
Yeah.
We had a fish fry yesterday. That shit was dope, man. I ate the rest of that shit today.
Big shout out to Wes, man. Yeah, Wes had the fish fry going down for his birthday yesterday. That was super dope.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of good eating going on, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That fish was crazy. You right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Yeah. I wound up eating 2 plates of that shit last night.
I'm telling you.
Ate some for lunch today.
I'm telling
you. I was like, man, that's enough fish, man.
Man, you'd have thought you went fishing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. That shit was real, man. But big shout out to him, man. It was super dope, man. The food was excellent. Everything was great.
Yeah. Also, of course, a big shout out to Craves Dessert. iCravesDessert.net. Check them out if you're looking to get into specialized cookies for events. Now that we easing up on some of the rules of being in the house. I know we just went through Memorial Weekend, which I want to bring.
Well, we're still going through it right now, technically.
Which I want to bring something up that happened here in Florida. That's fucking, I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe so I'll bring it up later. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do today, man. Like usual, we got Today in Hip Hop History.
Definitely.
It looks like some really good ones too. I went through the list. And also we're gonna go over a little bit of. We both checked out the video. A little bit of information. It goes back into history as well, but it kind of gives you more of a breakdown of how this group started and shit. So we're gonna talk about that.
That's dope. We'll be able to chop it up about that.
Yeah, and Ed wanted to bring up about some local businesses along the way. So man, if you're tuning in, man, stay tuned because we're bringing some really good content today, yo. And some MELLO-ROOM, man. You
already know, man. The vibe out there looking real great. It's getting real mellow in here. So you already know, man. We just here to kick it, chop it up, you know what I mean? Chill with the people one time.
Yeah. Yo, Ed Syfe. why don't you tell the people what's up, man?
What's going on, Saif?
Yes, sir. I'm back here usually, doing what I do.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
For some
How's your
vibes.
holiday weekend been so far?
Everything was good, just, wrapping up the week, working and, just trying to make sure everything's good with the family, reaching out to everybody and spend as much time with your family right now as you can because,
I feel you, man.
right now we in a transitional phase of how we working and, going to school and everything, how we operating as a people. So, right now, if you got the time, make the best use of your time.
Word up.
Yeah, definitely. That's a whole fact. It's crazy too, man, because like what you were saying about that, you know what I'm saying, with school and all that. I was actually having a conversation with my brothers the other day, you know what I'm saying, and talking to them, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's bugged out. Like I told them, like, can you really think, like, and it's possible, you know what I'm saying? Because nothing's impossible, you know that. You know what I'm saying? Can you really look at being able, August rolls around, September rolls around, and your daughter's still not going back to a physical school?
Yeah, it's funny you
You know
bring
what
that
I'm
up,
saying?
and I want to bring that up today too in conversation.
I'm actually
You
good
know,
with that.
Actually, I want to have a conversation about that because I actually brought that with my family too, like as a personal thing. And you know what I'm doing at the crib to kind of even set myself up.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring that up,
We spoke
but I
about
want to get into a song. I know we've been, incohesive with shit, and last week was the third week of the month. We were supposed to have artist appreciation. So what I want to do is get into a song right now.
Definitely.
We're gonna get into an N.O. Band song.
That'll work. Shout out to Anno Bands.
Yeah, shout out N.O. Bands for blessing us with some of this music he gave us. What's the name of the song, Ed? Cypher?
We got actually two songs that we were looking at: Money Equations and the John Wick.
No, John Wick is Grind Wave.
Oh, that's the grind.
So N.O.
Okay.
Bands,
Well, we had the Money Equations.
Money Equation. So it's N.O. Bands,
Word.
Money Equation. We're gonna get into this song real quick, man. Y'all keep tuning in. I'm gonna tighten up some of the audio on you for you guys. So
14K Dre.
And that's what it is, man.
Mellow, you already know.
Word up.
It's another Sunday we here, y'all.
Smoking that gas. 14K, got my beat from Drew.
Play that funky music.
Money.
14.
My lungs only do the best broccoli. I only get top sloppily. If she do it right, then she shop see. I like them commas, apostrophes. We making money, hypothesis. But you do not know the equation. I'm teaching them multiplication. I took a test and I aced it. Roll up a gun and then face it. We doing money equations. We doing money equations. We doing money equations. My clientele is Caucasian. That nigga look like an agent, but trust me, he's still on probation. I give niggas jobs that are hating. Tomorrow is orientation. Don't be late, I get mad and impatient. I'm making money relationships. She kinda bad, so I slayed the bitch. After I fuck her, I hate the bitch. I like a roast, so I raid the bitch. She said it's a game till I play the bitch. All by the girls making plays and shit. I'm getting dough different ways and shit. Not with the pokers with spray and shit. Like I don't know what you're saying, bitch. I wish that you would and I'm praying, bitch. My lungs only do the best broccoli. I only get topping for sloppily. If she do it right, then she shopping, see. I like them commas, apostrophes. We making money, hypotheses. Bitch, you do not know the equation. I'm teaching them multiplication. I took a test and I aced it. Roll up a blunt and then faced it. We doing money equations. We doing money equations. We doing money equations. Got so much drip that I'm leaking out juice. Shit on my dick like a fucking masseuse. Head demon sick, I've been calling her flu. Call up the plug when I'm making a move. We talking numbers, you looking confused. I'm counting hundreds and you counting views. You wanted to run it, but we got the tools. I made an example and you made the news. Got this little bitch in a fantasy. Just call me Anno, not Anthony. Just roll the joint, now I'm Japanese. Just bought some phones and they orange and green. She gave me throat while I'm pouring her lean. She called me to go when I'm all in her spleen. Gotta be gas when I'm smoking some weed. I'm going so ham that I'm focused on cheese. My lungs only do the best broccoli. I only get topping for sloppily. If she do it right, then she shopping, see. I like them commas, apostrophes. We making money, hypotheses. But you do not know the equation. I'm teaching them multiplication. I took a test and I aced it. 14K, got my beat from Drew.
$14K Dre.
Shit. That was N.O. Bands,
Back in
Money
the building.
Equations. This is the MELLO-ROOM, like usual, every Sunday.
Big shout out to Anno Bands, man. He family over here, man.
Yes,
you
sir.
already know. We got to get him on the show, too, man.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely start bringing in more guests.
We gotta
can
reach
try
out
to
to 'em.
start more conversations in here. It's not just us.
Yeah. I mean, the
we
quarantine's
finally
lifted.
Yeah, quarantine's lifted. We're finally finished with the transition. We tried to give you as much content, keep it, be relevant during the quarantine. And shout out to everybody who made it through the quarantine and you guys feel okay. And, we're stepping back into society slowly. Just take your time. Man.
Trying to, anyway.
Yeah, don't get too nervous
Really
about it.
trying
Just do what you got to do, man. Life still goes on. You're still breathing breath. That's what you should be blessed for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, it's not, be thankful, you know what I'm saying? Also acknowledge the ones you lost, you know what I mean? Because we all lost a lot of people through this tragic time, you know what I mean? But we are here at the MELLO-ROOM, man, trying to put a different light and a different spin of things, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like we said, man, it is another Sunday and we are here in the building.
Yeah.
Today we're going to kick off things with, what is it, Today in Hip-Hop?
Today in hip hop history,
All
like
right.
we usually do. So, first up on Today in hip hop history, we talked about this before, him never coming up. We've actually brought him up ourselves, but
Mhm.
very synonymous in the hip hop game back in the days. Heavy D.
Definitely. That's a
And
legend.
Heavy D was born today, May 24th, 1967.
Diddly dee.
Rest in
Diddly
peace, too.
diddly.
Rest in peace, because
Yeah.
he did pass.
Yeah, rest in peace as well, Heavy D. But yeah, definitely was big influence. He was more R&B ish.
Man.
He had more
Nah, he was
R&B ish
he
tracks.
He was multi-talented.
Yeah,
actually.
he was multi-talented.
Well, I mean, you could call it
Yeah,
multi-talented,
yeah.
but definitely hip hop, man.
He
It was
he
just melodic
definitely
hip hop.
big in hip hop, but I think
One of your original melodic hip hop artists.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That his voice carried melody, it carried rhythm. You know what
I
I'm
guess it's a
saying?
better way to kind of explain it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It carried basically everything to it, you know what I'm saying? Which in IE, you had groups like Bone Thugs and Harmony, which their form of rap carried melodic notes as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Heavy D was big on that, and that was early, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Very early in the game.
Yeah. So Heavy D was real synonymous. He had I can't remember a lot of the name of the songs. I just remember him always being called the Heavyweight Lover
He
himself.
also brought
that
out
was
the-
one of the songs, The Overweight Lover.
The
and you
Overweight
He
also
also
Lover.
brought out
you
R&B.
had Now That
R&B
We
group.
Found Love.
He did bring out R&B groups.
He brought out a lot of
Yeah.
R&B.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was really synonymous, like in the culture.
Mhm.
But a lot of his songs, like you said, were more melodic.
Yeah.
They weren't like these to the hip, the hop.
Yeah, I
slap
got
songs,
nothing
you know
but
what I'm saying?
love for you, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You definitely, you really sit back and think you'll remember all of his songs. You know what I mean? You had Now That We Found Love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're all like
You could
popish, pop.
You could go
pop,
down the line with
hip-hop
That's
songs.
Heavy D and the boys.
Heavy D and the Boys.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, either way you look at it or you cut it, it was just a lighter and a happier side of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He always gave you that feel good, like it's okay to dance vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dig it. I dig what you're
So,
saying.
he really bring that and usher that in with his music and the way he was giving it up. So big shout out to Heavy D, man.
Yeah, big
Rest
shout out
in
to
peace,
Heavy
man.
D, man. He was
Legend.
riding around with my uncle. My uncle, he was definitely a big fan of Heavy D. It's like
Mhm.
one of his favorite artists and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big influence in my musical culture growing up as a kid. You know,
And
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
everybody loved him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
everybody loved him. And then you gotta love New Jersey Drive if you fucking from Jersey. And he was a big character in Jersey Drive too. So
Yeah, he's from Mount Vernon.
yeah, he's
Money earning.
yeah. You know what's crazy is I met you live in Jersey, you meet mad people from Mount Vernon.
Yeah, 'cause it's right there.
Yeah, and they all have like this same kind of attitude. It's like they're tough people, but they like live carefree almost. They like, yeah, we don't worry about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they live in fucking Mount
A
Vernon.
little
and shit.
different vibe there.
All right, so yeah, big up to Heavy D on that.
Mhm.
All right, next up on the list, J. Rue the Damager, The Sun Rises in the East. His
Okay.
debut album, May 24th, 1994.
Mm.
Not a huge J. Rue the Damager fan, but I know of him.
I definitely.
And I probably remember some of these songs, but you had to play them for me and shit. And did they have any ties with Gangstar or DJ Premier and shit like that?
Definitely did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Definitely.
So yeah, so big out.
Matter of fact, Premier produced a lot of J. Rudy Damages
He
work.
he produced a lot of it.
He produced a lot of it, I would say.
Okay, cool. That's what's up, yo. So yeah, that's the Sun Rises in the East. May 24th, 1994 is his debut album, man.
I just actually was listening to that joint the
Yeah.
other day. Like that's a classic. Like I can't if you hear the song, you be like, oh, that's them. Like it's a classic.
Yeah. That's why I said you play the song. I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I know that fucking song. You know what I mean? All right. Next up, we got Compton's Most Wanted. They released their debut album. It's a Compton thing. May 24th, 1990. Compton's Most Wanted, man.
So they were really coming out around the time of NWA movement
Yeah.
and all that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's
That
one of
was
those
super
groups that
early.
probably just, kind of got lost in
They
the
got
shuffle
lost in the
because-
NWA.
because
Because
NWA movement was so big and so
it's
major.
NWA or CMW.
CMW.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that in the record labels now in the boardrooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we got these two names and shit,
Uh-huh.
and the NWA is making more noise right now. So but yo, shout out to Compton's Most Wanted, probably really influential to people on the West Coast.
Mhm.
This is probably something you talk to somebody from the West Coast, and they be like, "Oh shit,"
Yeah,
That's my
definitely.
shit.
yeah, that's my shit, man.
They'd be
You know
like,
this
yeah,
song?
man,
I'm
you
like,
know,
ah,
NWA
They
had
didn't
this
play it
out,
over
they
here,
had that
man.
out.
yeah. Big shout out to
Shout
them.
out to the West Coast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Always popping up in these fucking in this list, man. This is a real hard thing to do is not compare him to some of the greats when you go through history and he's popping up a lot.
Mm.
And this
Well,
is-
I mean, he's always good. No,
I'm not
one's
arguing
ever
against
said,
it.
No one's ever said don't compare him to the greats or he can't be compared to greats.
It was just the number one seed.
He can be compared to greats, and it's basically just the number one seed. And where do you feel he ranks amongst greats?
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about Eminem. And this is his third studio album, the Marshall Mathers LP.
Mm-hmm.
That was May 23rd of 2000.
Yeah, you know what I
So
mean.
20 years ago.
You think about it with an
20
album
years,
like
20
that,
years.
because I remember that album. I remember the album clear as day. That had
Oh,
I
yeah.
Am on it. That had a lot of hard joints on
Hell
it.
yeah.
Till I Collapse. You know what I mean? And it was a lot of joints on there. But when you look at tracks like that, and you always, that's why I say his catalog is extensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But
he
I
can
just
be
noticed
argued
that
and
the more we
debated.
go through the history shit, he pops up a lot. So it's just like, it's crazy that
Mhm.
people kind of argue whether or not he could be put in that position.
Mhm.
And just from what we see, it's stats. It's fucking numbers, man.
Well, that's the whole thing. Technically, if we go by numbers and stats, he overrides a lot of those
Right.
artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's depending on what you're talking about, and I think people got to make that clear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Because that's what I'm trying to say. The more we've been going through this, you see the numbers, you see them popping up in history. You see, and we've been doing this for a minute, so you got to take that for face value and be like,
Oh,
man,
of
they're not
course.
them names all over the boards when it comes to history.
Yeah, of course.
Regardless of who culturally gravitated to the top. You know what I'm saying and shit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, so next up, Chill Rob G. Remember Chill Rob G?
Why that sounds familiar?
I don't know. I ain't gonna front. Does man look like young Carmelo Anthony on the picture? Shit.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not sure who he is though, but this is Ride the Rhythm. Maybe we do know who that is. That's not
This is a artist.
Not the tattoo artist, name
No,
people,
not
for
the-
those of you out there.
not Rob G. The
rest in
artist,
peace to
people
Rob
are
G.
local.
Yeah,
No,
man.
no.
Rest in peace to Rob G as well,
This
man.
is Chill Rob G, and the album's called Ride the Rhythm. May 23rd, 1989. And I'm thinking of that song, Ride the Rhythm, the rhyme. Some shit like they used to have like
That is the song you are talking about, and that is the song which he did do.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do know who the fuck Rob G is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so shout out Rob G.
I mean, it's really just like like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I just remember that song, you know what I'm saying? But this says an album, so he had to have more than that song on there.
Well, I mean, of course, if he came out with a single, that was an album file.
I'm gonna have to look that up and see what kind of fucking songs it was on there.
Mm.
Check that out. May 23rd, 1989.
Yeah.
Baby then.
Early.
Oh, two great ones here, man. Eric B. and Rakim. They released their third album, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em,
Mm.
May 22nd, 1990.
Dope too. That picture looks. That's a
Look at that
solid
chain.
picture.
You got that chain. Boy.
Yeah, that's a solid picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this
Early
is
as well.
definitely two influential people in hip hop as well, man. I'm telling you, man. You know what's crazy when we have young dudes in here and they be like, "Who? I never heard, never heard."
Yeah, that is
And that's
bugged
so
out.
crazy because if you were to say if somebody older than you was to be like, "You ever heard of Al Green? You ever heard, like you'd be like, hell yeah," you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that I see that, and I'm like, damn, you don't know who Eric B and Rakim is? Like you have to know that.
Yeah, but
like you're
they
not
don't get
allowed
that.
not to know.
That's the whole thing, though. They don't get the recognition, or people aren't playing them in the areas where they should be playing them. Where them kids will be able to pick up.
That's also our job to you know what I mean, to put people on about
Well,
that.
hey, man,
music
that's
too,
why
you
at
know what I
least
mean?
that's why at least I try to stick to this today hip hop history, man. Because if I ain't teaching you nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Let the hip hop teach you.
Yeah, you can learn it from here and shit. Kind of get it dated. You know what I'm saying? It kind of dates us, but it also kind of dates the history of how these people, these younger generation, came to be. Because without them, you would not be able to do this.
That's a whole fact, man.
Whatever your music is, and not even to get into that, but whatever type of society we're coming up from, and you know, it's the whole Takashi thing. Like whatever we're pulling out of that wouldn't even be able to exist without these dudes.
Well, I wasn't even trying to bring him up, but
I'm
shout out
just
to those dudes,
shout out to those dudes
for putting
Making it possible. I understand what you're saying.
Right, I'm not saying anything I don't even want to talk about that shit. I'm just saying that shit can't even happen without this happening. You know what I'm saying? Because
Made it possible for young artists and entrepreneurs to get money with the music business.
Right, because if people like NWA and Run DMCs and didn't make all these controversial and different switches up and collaborations,
You wouldn't have even been
with
able
the
to cuss
music
on the
industry,
record.
hip hop really would still only exist on the sidewalk.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, you gotta give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Two Turn Jizzle and MPZ. I see they checked in. You know what I mean? Big shout out to
you
them.
guys, man. Sorry for the audio quality. We're having a little malfunction, but we still talking.
Word, the audio shit ain't playing, rocking
It's
right.
still in that fucking double sound and shit. I'm gonna have to
Go
go
in.
into the more of the programs.
Shout out to Rob
Make
Cannon
adjustments.
too. I see he live on the check-in. Chris Benny's, what's up? But yeah, man, I definitely, look, see, there go another picture. That's one thing about it. We was just talking about this
About what?
outside, about like picture and art, you know what I'm saying, about through that documentary that I had
this
seen.
shit?
Yeah, I say, look at that picture.
Like the people who take those pictures.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I
want to
get into that too. That's the comment that you made outside that we were supposed to bring up.
Yeah, like that's dope though, man. Pictures carry a lot of depth to them.
Next up, MC8, and he was born May 22nd, 1967. MC8,
West
I
Coast
think he was
legend.
from Midwest or West Coast?
West Coast legend.
West Coast, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. MC8, and shout out to him, man. One of my favorite. He was born on the East Coast. And this is the notorious B.I.G.
Yes, sir.
Legend. Brooklyn finest. Well, he was born May 21st, 1972. You have to know that, but I'm just reading what it says here.
Also, rest in peace to him as
Yes,
well.
rest in peace as well. So we just came up on that birthday and passing damn near in the same month, right?
Well, he died March 9th.
March. So it was a couple months away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Biggie was. We talk about Biggie all the time. He's super
man.
influential into the transition of like commercialism, gangster rap and shit.
That's
Like
a whole
NWA did their thing, but Biggie just brought the whole club feel, the whole everything to that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact.
Another dope ass motherfucking group, but this is Havoc of Mobb Deep. He was born May 21st, 1974.
Wow.
So he was born 2 years after Biggie on the same day.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy,
that's
man.
cool, right?
Yeah, man. Happy belated to Havoc.
Yeah, man. Havoc he was really good too. There's something about being born on May 21st and rappers.
Great producer too.
Yeah.
Producer.
Oh yeah, of course we know that. Another dope ass. Look, he doesn't pop up that much, but I guess we've been bringing it up. We talked it into existence.
We have been talking a lot about him as well.
Busta Rhymes. He was born May 20th, 1972. So he was born the day before Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A lot of fucking really good artists here, man. Born in the same time, you know what I'm saying?
What year?
72.
Mm.
Same year as Big. Day before. They was in that waiting room the same with each other.
Yeah, they was in the hospital together.
That's a bus.
Next up, man, Dr. Dre. And not the DJ Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
We talking about the Dr. Dre. And this is the release of his single Dre Day off the debut album The Chronic. And that single was released on May 20th, 1993.
Wow.
That's classic.
Legendary.
Yeah, definitely a legendary fucking single.
That's the
And
one
day to be
that's
dropped.
the one where he was snapping on Easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure a lot of kids
Yes,
did
sir.
school to go buy
Absolutely.
that single.
Yeah, that was that.
History on that
Cypher.
one. That's
Huh?
Nah, Cypher was saying that's the one where he was snapping on Easy. Yeah. that was-
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
we was listening to it when we was growing up, but they got a whole movie about it now, a couple of them.
Yeah, oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, you go on YouTube and find a whole bunch of documentaries about all that shit.
That
Oh
was
yeah, I mean
legendary
everybody's
time.
uncovering the peeling back the layers of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, I told you a lot of good people in this list today, man.
Word up.
Mm-hmm.
KRS-One.
Shout out to KRS-One, the teacher.
The bridge is over. Yo, KRS-One released his third solo album, I Got Next, May 20th, 1997. KRS was always intriguing to me. I just felt like how he flowed was different, but it's damn near originating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Powerful.
yeah.
I got a fun fact. You see that look on my face?
I thought you heard that. I thought you heard
I
that.
got a fun
I
fact.
got a fun fact.
What's up,
Yeah.
Cypher?
That I actually went and copped that album when it came out.
Yeah.
So I did support the culture. You know what I'm saying? I went to
Oh,
the
okay,
store.
whatever.
Went to the store and paid my money and bought the CD. I remember it had a big bright orange cover.
What was the main single off that album?
I Got Next, I believe was I Got Next.
It's the main
If I'm not
single.
mistaken, or it could have been Step Into a World.
That was it.
But also that was the very first. This is history. That was the very first music enhanced CD. So you
Oh, okay,
bought
like
the
the
CD.
first enhanced CD, like
Yeah.
where they enhance the sound and all that shit, the quality.
No. You could listen to the CD, and that was the first music CD that you could pop into the computer, and it
play
had an
videos.
interactive thing. It was like a bonus
Oh, okay. I know
interactive
what you're talking
software
about. I know
where
exactly
it
what
had
you're talking
visuals. It had you could connect to the Temple of Hip Hop.
So you spent like $25 on that CD.
I don't even think so. I think it was still like maybe like 17, 8. It was still under the $20 range still.
Yeah,
but
even
it
for
was
the
it was the
digital-
first enhanced CD. It had a bonus.
That's what's up.
That's what's
So
up.
that was a
That's what's up.
collector's. That was a collector's thing.
Well, you don't got it no more.
Nah, it's
I
definitely.
definitely
gone.
remember that album, though. That album was major.
All right, yo, shout out KRS-One. Definitely big influence to do.
Matter of fact, it had a bonus track. The bonus track you could only get if you
If you
popped
went on
it.
the
If you popped
computer.
it into the computer.
That's
yeah.
smart, man. See, how do you tap into that market with everything being so digital, man?
Well, I mean,
It's
there's
like you have
different
to
ways.
sell
now.
your
That was the
albums.
beginning of the digitizing of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of the music industry.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
now look at what they do. They created things where they call it bundles.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Where it'll be like buying a CD and you get like concert tickets for when that artist comes to town.
Okay.
Or you buy a CD and you get some type of like gift package. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of what
So
you
you
guys
could be
are
like,
speaking
you
on,
could be like, all right, I made a CD, an LP or whatever. I'm selling that. If
Mhm.
you buy it, you can have the chance to download 2 exclusive tracks that I have or some shit like that.
yeah, you could do that.
Anything-
Right.
anything
Oh, that's
extra.
dope. Okay, we figure that out later. Then.
Yeah.
All right, yo. So next up, The Roots released their debut album, Organics, and it's funny because I don't know if this is the cover or if it's just what, but it's
Black.
just black, and it just says The Roots Organics on it. So it's pretty fucking
I think that was the original cover.
really.
I think so.
Okay. That's kind of interesting, but their debut album was May 19th, 1993.
Also early.
Very early.
Yeah, man.
This one, probably a lot of people don't know about.
What you mean?
How many people are gonna tell you they remember this?
Man, that shit was dope.
Me
That
and you
album.
would probably remember this, but how many people are gonna tell? Once I say this, he'll remember that shit.
Of course he'll remember that.
All right,
That was dope.
So one of the dopest albums that I came across too in my life. Nas and Damian Marley released the album "Distant Relatives."
Oh, you bugging? That's on the rotation right now. Still, what do you mean?
Thank you,
Well,
Sype.
you're different, Cypher.
Thank you, Sype.
That's a.
I ain't gonna lie, that track still has one of the. It's bugged out because in my book of music, it's crazy because you know I fucks with a lot of artists. I have a wide range. You know what I'm saying? Of what I listen to, things like that.
Yeah.
But in my book of lyrical 16s, that has one of the illest lyrical 16s I think I've ever heard. And the funny thing about it is the artist isn't even a hip hop rapper.
No.
Talking about Damien.
I'm talking about Damien.
Yeah.
So what song is this?
It's called Patience.
Patience, Savali,
Yes.
and the 16, the
Listen
verse?
to the first. It
The
could
first
be.
verse.
I want to say both verses.
Okay.
Both verses. He
Okay,
walked
okay.
on that entire track. You know what I'm saying? And
Some
Nas
Test
definitely
Dummies?
followed up.
Okay.
It's definitely.
But when you think,
That's what he
I
said.
know you.
Yeah, he
I
was-
know
he
you
was-
really listen to lyrics and you
Yeah,
really chime in
definitely.
with it, Sype.
Definitely. Yeah.
Think of what he was saying on that record.
Yeah, he said some of the smartest are dummies.
Yeah.
He said some
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
smartest
Smartest are
dummies
dummies.
Some of the
Yeah.
smartest dummies.
can't read the language of Egyptian mummies, and he walks from there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you take it where you go from there. But one thing I will say is like if you listen to the verses he gave on that album, on that track,
Yeah.
it's you kind of look at it like, damn, this dude seemed really deep into the future.
Yeah,
He seemed really
definitely
deep into the future, and he resonated the past.
Definitely.
Well, it's it's that old saying, man. The
Like,
past,
one
the
of the
past
greatest-
shows you what the future.
One of the
is.
greatest, like I'm not even gonna lie, and that's some of the best lyrical wording that I've heard put to a beat. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
First of
Came
all,
from that track.
my fault to interrupt you,
Nah, you
but,
got it.
in case y'all didn't know, we talking about Junior Gong. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
This is little baby Bob Marley.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, like, of course.
Of course.
You
And the
know-
very
yeah, you know where it's coming from.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, man. That's that like till this day. Like, and I'm glad when you stood there and you thought about it for a second, you was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah.
fire. That's that fire.
Yeah, because the verses he gave on that was just like, come on, man.
Yeah, but
like,
only true hip hop people are gonna sit here and debate distant relatives. There's not too many
Did he-
people that you
did
can
he-
talk to nowadays that are gonna talk about distant relatives like you guys.
Let me take you a step further. Did he outdo Nas on the song?
on that particular
He outdo
track,
your favorite rapper?
on that particular
On that
track,
particular track.
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't say he outdid him, but I would say he was right there with him.
Did he pull an Eminem on Jay? Like, well,
Yeah, but a lot of people could debate that Eminem really didn't kill Jay-Z on that track because wasn't that Eminem's beat or something like that?
Originally, yeah, it was Eminem and
It was
Royce the
already,
5'9".
yeah, it was already like
Yeah.
Eminem's track to begin with. and shit.
but the word on the street is, your boy M killed the track. You know what I mean? Like his verse was harder than Jay's, so it was kind of
Yeah,
like
people
it
argue
was
and
kind of
debate
like
that all the time.
Yeah.
it was kind of like a
me
change in the
personally,
guard. You know?
I'm one of the no, he didn't. I'm with the J side of it. You know what I'm saying?
I look at them both as lyrically talented. I just think they both walked on it in their separate ways.
Yeah. I think, and this is like a crazy thing for me, and I always said this. It always, in terms of it, I've always took it this way. It always, whichever side you resonate more with,
Yeah.
you felt that artist killed it more.
Right. That's and
You know what I'm
and
saying?
so look at it in person. Like I told you in the beginning, Eminem was not that interesting to me.
hmm
Jay-Z, okay, but I was more of a Biggie fan, Pop fan. I went totally underground. So when Jay-Z was making his rise, I listened to his music, but it wasn't something like for a person like you being from Brooklyn
Yeah.
and Jay-Z, you're like, Jay-Z.
I mean, that track
So-
overall reminded me though that I'm from the projects, I'm from the hood, I'm from that same element in which he was talking about.
Right.
But it also reminded me that there's a lot more of suburban America than project America.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
That's
what I was
what
gonna get
that
to my
track
point.
really made me see and understand.
This is what I was gonna get to my point about that too. Is so listening to him unbiased bothly. The only thing I appreciated about Eminem was that up to that point, he killed it for me, because like listening to Eminem up to that point, even though what he said in his bars is not something I probably was like, oh, he said some seven devil west, like 7 different levels, the devil worshiping and shit like that. But he killed it. He rolled that shit, so I had to give it to him. But I'm not saying that to say he killed Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I'm saying he killed himself, basically, which made me be more like, oh, he murdered
He
that
did his
shit.
thing.
You know what I
He
mean?
did his thing.
That's why I always looked at it that way. That track was always like one of those tracks where it was like, it all depends on where you're from and what resonated with you.
For Jay-Z
You know what I'm
fans,
saying? Like,
that was dope because he killed it.
I mean, not just for Jay-Z fans, for any kid in an inner city project environment.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? He painted your picture. He painted a corner in Chicago. He painted a corner in Brooklyn. He painted a corner in any area where it's that project living. You know what I'm saying? It's inner city.
Yeah.
M gave you that other side. It's
He
like
just
saying,
gave
all right,
like a fun track that he murdered.
yeah, it's like saying, all right, Hove gave you Orlando, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Because we right here in Florida, so this is a better way to explain it. Hove gave you Orlando, Miami. M gave you Kissimmee. You know what I'm saying? And an outside neighborhood for Miami, like a Homestead or some shit like that.
Right.
You know, or Pompano. You know what I mean? One of them shits. But it just shows the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, all right, for people who are in this area, they felt this way about it. For people who were in this area, they felt this way about it. You know what I mean? That's what it really showed me.
Yeah. Still a good debate.
With that.
Yeah, still an excellent debate. You know what I'm saying?
Next up on Today in Hip Hop History, Guru released the album Jazzmatazz.
Shout out to Guru, man. And rest in peace, man. He's been on the Today in Hip Hop History a lot. So that should just show you people. That's a testament to his career and what he was doing, you know what I mean, and how he really put it out there for people.
Hell yeah.
He definitely kept, if you think about today's world and we in an era where everything's about content. You know what I'm saying? If you look at how much he's been mentioned on hip hop history in the past few weeks, let alone the past couple months, you'll see he would have been one of those people who would have had a lot of content for you guys.
Yeah, man, and it's funny, right? Because a lot of these people that we bring up in the hip hop history thing, like, may not be relevant to younger kids because their music is not still being played. But a lot of these people have super connections behind the scenes with a lot of the synonymous people that they listen to now.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely, because a lot of them are their kids, and you know what I'm saying.
Their kids' friends are on their block or on their
generation
street or
from
some shit like
generation which came after. You know what I mean? So that's a whole fact. You know what I mean? But I mean, a lot of them that don't know, it's just you got to really look at it. They in today's game with it. You know what I'm saying? It's really the sound is so different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it's not really like I want to say it's kind of different, you know, for like sports players, because, you know, even like in a conversation, like you see how you got kids in today's world, like, oh, LeBron James is better than Jordan.
Right.
But it's because they never really got to see it, you know, and it's funny, like, even with the Last Dance thing that was showing the past couple weeks, it's funny because I've seen a few diehard LeBron fans that I thought would never change on their perspective of LeBron.
I know one person you're talking
about. You know what I'm saying?
He made a post.
Yeah. And it's like they see now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was always the argument from us.
They get it.
That was always the argument for people like me and you. Mm-hmm. Like for Mike Tyson's, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Those 3 Michaels we watch go from small to the great. Yeah. So when we have those arguments, it's not because we watched highlights. I mean, it's because we literally watched these people battle like all the elements they could to be great.
You watch them do some pretty amazing shit to get the label great.
I watched this little documentary thing where they had just clips of basketball players like Kobe, Iverson, all types of people, and it was about Michael Jordan. I don't know if it was part of that. Maybe was it part of The Last Dance?
No.
But they did like this montage of clips of all different basketball players being like, I gotta thank Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. I was just like,
I
damn.
didn't see that.
Yeah, they had Kobe there, talking about how I looked up to Michael Jordan. The thing Allen did when he started crying, kind of tearing up, and he was like, it was always Michael, man. You know what I'm saying? They had they had Steve Kerr, I think it was, or Steve Nash. I'm sorry, I think say something. He was like, yo, I was sitting on the bench. They give you like this thing where before you get into the NBA, and you gotta play. And he was like that. Michael Jordan was sitting at the bench.
Or something
No,
like that.
he was like I was sitting on the bench. The lines right here to the baseline or whatever. He said Michael was right there. He palmed the ball, looked back at me like this, and was like, watch this. He said he did a spin move and baseline dunk. And then looked back at him and shit. And then he was like, yo, I knew right there I wasn't gonna make it in the NBA. And we're talking about an NBA player though.
Yeah.
He was he already had played, and he's talking about Michael, but he was just like right
Steve
there,
Nash.
you knew Michael Jordan, like a person like Michael Jordan, you couldn't beat him. Kobe was just like, you talking about Kobe, everybody talks about the Mamba mindset and shit. Kobe was like, yo, he went to play Jordan knowing what Jordan was going to do, and Jordan still beat him. He said the first play he ever played Jordan, he spun on him, baseline dunk. And he said, I knew he was going to do it. He said he just did it right before I was like, he's going to do it. He's like, it was like he telepathically, he was like, Michael
he
was
already
all
committed.
around and shit. It was just crazy to watch all these basketball players in interviews. And they did a montage of it, so you don't realize how much has been said until you watch it back to back to back to back, and you see you see in Shaq and Allen and Kobe and Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Talking about one teammate had him hyped. Ray Allen's there like 10-2 in the first quarter on Jordan. Because they played the same position, and the teammate was like, yo, you're playing the Black Jesus. He was like, you're beating him, man. You should talk shit. So Ray Allen goes out there and talks shit, and Michael Jordan goes 40.
Smoke him.
Yeah, 44 to 12 and shit on
Smoke
this nigga.
him.
Yeah, so it was just crazy to watch that and shit, and we witnessed that shit. So that's why we big up Michael Jordan for doing shit. Dog.
It just showed that whole documentary. It really showed it put things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? You understand why he's mentioned in the light he's mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It gave people clarity on why his name gets the recognition that it does get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to go back and watch that whole thing over. So I'm trying to catch it when it pop up somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think it's on all them streaming platforms. Now.
I haven't seen it yet.
Probably on YouTube. You probably watch it all.
I've tried to pop it up, but it just gives you little clips.
Bits and clips. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure on one of them platforms you definitely can stream it.
Yeah, man, that's definitely part of hip hop history too, man. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cultural icon.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson,
Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson.
Like you said, any on Raw nights, look what Biggie said. Raw nights I perform like Mike. And he won. And he won. Which one you want?
Tyson, anyone.
Give it to him. You know what I mean? And that lets you know where these guys stood, man. 1 in a million, man. Definitely, man.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, that was today in hip hop history, but regardless, just for the sake of being, I think that's what the younger generation don't understand, why the older generation is so adamant about Michael Jordan. Because you can say what's his name has more rings, you can say he has more points in the game. It's just so much though. Now you go around the league and talk to other basketball players, and they all bring up Michael Jordan.
I mean, but not for nothing. I mean, it's like that with our generation and the generation that came before us as well.
Yeah.
Because there's things that they say about the athletes of their time and the artists of their time.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I meant by, there's people like Julius Erving, right? 100 points in the game,
Well, that's you talking about Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain, I'm sorry. Got two long ass niggas.
But I mean,
100 points a game, you got a nigga with more rings. You know what I'm saying? But even at the time, you watch debates with those people, and if you had put Michael Jordan in their prime and those people at their prime, would you be able to beat Jordan? He could hit threes. He could drive.
Maybe.
He got mid range.
Yeah, you never know.
What I'm saying?
That's the debate.
Right.
that's what brings it to a debate. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part of it, you just got people that dominate eras, man, and just in the sense and in the mind frame of dominating an era.
Yeah, because there's huge Charles Barkley fans out there.
Yeah,
and Charles Barkley was a beast too, man.
Of course, he just never got a ring.
Right? Yeah. That's the only thing that sucks, right?
Never got a ring.
I was a Jason Kidd fan. I always wanted Jason Kidd to get a fucking ring, bro.
And had it, but not, and yeah, but Jason Kidd is different because, you know, Jason Kidd came into the league and I think it was like 94.
Maybe.
He came in with Grant Hill. Him and Grant Hill came in together.
Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
You know what I'm saying? So they came in around then. And on top of that, you know, you got to look at it. Grant Hill, I mean, not Grant Hill, but Jason Kidd got one. He did get a ring.
Yeah, I know, but he was a Jersey
you know,
player, so the whole time he was in Jersey, I'm like, man, he need to get a ring and shit. And
I believe he got his with Dallas.
yeah, but where did he come from? The Suns first? Or
Who, Jason Kidd?
Where did he come from first?
Originally, who drafted him?
Yeah.
I want to say the Dallas Mavericks originally.
Was it them
drafted
or was
Jason
it
Kidd.
the Suns or something?
I do believe it was the Dallas Mavericks who originally drafted him, and that's when they had like Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn.
I can't remember.
You know,
I can't
that
remember
wide
that far
group
back.
of players. Yeah.
But I know when he came in the league, I was totally intrigued by him. I kind of tried to model my point guard game off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was today in hip hop history. You know, we bigging up mad people today, giving them they roses. Let's fucking go ahead and get one of these artists they roses. That's
Yeah, man. Let's play a joint, man.
And let's go into the next song. Big dog, Grime Wave, John Wick.
Okay, got a Ground Wave joint lined up. Shout out to Hanzo Blaze.
Yeah, Hanzo Blaze, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, you see, he got big moves going on. Did you get to check out any of his project?
Man, I just been flipping through Facebooks and Instagram stuff, man.
I don't know if he said you got the
I haven't
link?
been able to check people's shit lately, huh?
Well, he sent a link. I don't
He
know if you
did
got
send me
it.
some link, and it was
It's an album.
it's an album, and it's some dude. It's the homeboys of his, right? Who produced it or some shit.
I do believe he got producer credits on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But shout out to him, man. I didn't get to listen to the whole entire project yet, but I did.
But some of
listen
this
to a
shit's
few.
fire.
Dumb fire.
Of course. But
Dumb fire. And also he teamed up with one of the artists from Griselda.
nice.
They had one of his joints featured on one of their projects, in which
Nice,
they do,
man.
which is like
Do you think Hanzo?
a
Man?
collective. I think it's like a collective project of like underground artists that they release. You know.
Cool. That's what's up, man.
But it was dope, man. And shout out to him, man, because I see he getting traction, man.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying? So just
And
keep
that hard
pushing.
work pays off. Consistency, brother.
Yeah, keep pushing, brother.
We like to take some credit for playing your music, but I don't know how that goes.
But yeah, man, big shout out to Ground Wave and all them guys, man, because they doing their thing heavy, man. What joint we got lined up?
It's called John Wick.
Okay, John Wick.
Yeah.
Did we play that one originally?
I can't remember, dog.
We did play it. We did play it a couple of weeks back.
We did play John Wick, right? A couple weeks back.
Yeah.
What we got on the album that we haven't played yet?
What's the one above John Wick?
We played. What we did play before also was this. I can't say it. See this.
Yeah, the first
Series
two or
Explorer,
three we
the
played.
Blue Lagoon, and the Maury Kwam Ferdari.
Yeah, what's
The next one down was the Bad News and the Lou Ferrino.
Yeah, I think we played Lou Ferrigno already.
All
I don't think we
all
played
produced
Bad
by
News.
Hanzo Blaze, and then you got John Wick, Relic, Night Schemes, Systematic, and then you got the Bloody Palms.
Yeah, after that, that's it. We played a lot
So
of
you
those
said
other songs.
Relic?
Yeah, Relic.
Relic,
Check out Relic.
Night Schemes.
All right, so we could do Relic, yo.
You do the Relic,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check out Relic.
produced by Lurch.
Yeah, man. Shout out Ground Wave, Hanzo Blaze. This one's called Relic, man.
All right, here we go.
Nah. My Weibo. Yeah, man. I spit it sicker than the car fever. Motherfucker, motherfucker, he the ride schemer. Known to keep an erotic diva up on the D-tip. Past my kneecap, I'm deep in. I peeped it, quiet type in the defense. Fuck the beef, we meat mess. Don't leave prints, red glimpse if you see me grin. My team went indeed, my team sent, We need the bread bread to bake though. Take cake from a fake to skate slow. Way moved old school like stagecoach. Shut the fuck up, we'll duct tape your face hole. Parade hoes, I guess fuck is hateful. Can't just make do, I need more than a plate for. Remain faithful to the code. Rocky got the knowledge like a monk in the robe. Spit the junk with the flow, son. Bump with the flow. Snub in your mug, I leave you slumped in the hole. I got the funk in my soul. Swatch piston with a chunk of the snow. It ain't shit but a bump in the road. I don't fall in love with sluts. Let's fuck on the cunt in a roll. We gonna hunt, come for your goal. Rise with the sun with a goal. Grab the thing, then I go.
Hey yo, the champs are here. You don't wanna spar with the best. We'll bite your ears off, then I'll pull your heart out your chest. We like our beef raw, even if it's hard to digest. So I sip on a beer like my cigars with the cess. Tell your shorty, yo, come here and let me slob on her breast. Hit it from the rear, looking like she nodding her neck. Pictures dripping tears, so I sent the flock to the nest. Listen clear, if you don't act right, then part of my left. And if you can't hear, then I'ma start scarring your flesh. You reap what you sow, until the reaper knocks to collect. As far as a sesh, my bars guards response with a breath. So when I breathe on the mic, disciples gotta respect. I might do it for the people, but I'm charging a check. When I get it, I'ma hand it to those starving to death. Gotta give your conscience a rest from problems and stress. Hansa was wise, but first and foremost, Hansa was blessed. We out.
Nah. Wave Nah, man. I spread it sicker than the car fever. Mo bucks, motherfucker, he the ride schemer. Known to keep an erotic diva up on the D-tip. Past my kneecap, I'm deep in. I peep it, quite the type in the defense. Fuck the beef, we meet mess. Don't leave prints, rare glimpses if you see me grin. My team win, indeed, my team sent. We need the bread to bake though. Take cake from a fake to skate slow. Way moved old school like stagecoach. Shut the fuck up, we'll duct tape your face hole. Parade hoes, I guess fuck is hateful. Can't just make do, I need more than a plate for. Remain faithful to the code. Rocky got the knowledge like a monk in the robe. Spit the junk with the flow, son. Bump with the flow. Snub in your mug, I leave you slumped in the hole. I got the funk in my soul. Swatch piston with a chunk of the snow. It ain't shit but a bump in the road. I don't fall in love with sluts.
Bad news, bro, man. You ain't gonna stay alive.
Hey. Yeah, here we go.
Yes, sir. MELLO-ROOM.
You say I'm no good, man. Bad news. No ruckus, wrong way. The people say that he no good. I'm more known than you are, dog, in your own heart. Hundreds of the alley, you to me with no plug. Nightmares of the judge, throwing the whole book. This aura left his phone show. The crow calls, now your soul's gone. My man been down 6 years, it's hard to console mom. So my dog is dogging for dawn, dog, hold on, I'm so calm. Mental strong, remain concentrated. Really conversate with you unless you got the lowdown and the combination. Play the caper for the information. We after the paper, blowing vapors in the grimy basement. If they gon' give it to us, fuck it, we gon' take it. Invade your place like the pagan raid. To fillet your fake with the ancient blade. I leave him licking in the bog till his face decays.
what I'm jotting down is raw. Forget knocking down your door, rather stomp you to the floor. Fuck your politics and law, we don't rock with the cops at all. Got the hollow tips for war, let us rise for the common cause. Try to make it to the top of fours from out the project course. Rappers nowadays spitting nothing but the hopping off. Yo, it's Hanzo Blaze, niggas getting chopped up with the sword. Ruckus never plays, he got the Mossberg popped up to your jaw. Better watch your ways or end up getting dropped up in the morgue. These haters jock for days, they really need to hop off the balls. Before I spray my hot sauce all inside of your mama's drawers. I don't fuck with whores with dirty vaginas and toxic whores. But if I'm drunk at all, I throw the ball for sure with constant force. Mazel tov, I'm at the lot like a boss trying to cop the Porsche. While you sticking dirty needles in your arms, nodding off. We gon' get this paper, shoot a hater, they gon' cop the more, motherfucker.
Everybody says you're no good. Everybody says you're no good. Everybody says you're no good. Everybody says you're no good.
Bad news. I'm on the road with my rope doors, looking like a rope lord, clutching the old sword. They said old boy is no good, he's not right. Had the off-white, don't score. Then it caused the loss to your life. Something light, I'm nice, it's how I've been so. Your favorite rapper's a fact that the pop pencils. We not friends, bro, my only focus the end so. My pen on the end clones of sand, but I still need to increase my yen at least tenfold. Came a long way from the days of living in tents, yo. My mental temple is augmented. From the artist, the dog menace, toss the dart. Then they enter in your heart, send the raw venom off in the raw dog. I'm the large feeling hard, living life. I really tend to evolve with it. Fuck the law, Allah send them.
Everybody says you're no good. Everybody says you're no good.
Yes, sir. We back. It's the MELLO-ROOM.
He's about to play that jump
Goals
back.
in the building. He about to run it right back. He said, man, that shit fire, man. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but that was Ground Wave, man. Shout out to Hanzo Blaze and the gang. That was bad news.
Hell
You
yeah.
already know. We was just sitting here talking about it while they track was playing, man. You already know they production be crazy, man.
Yeah, it's definitely, even from the first music they've bringing us, is just getting a lot brighter, and the beats is just like more amazing. Like, well, you know how we like that whole sampling and the instruments, and so
yeah.
like we're really intrigued in that shit, man.
Yeah, not just in theory, man. They got so much with their projects, and each project has so much in depth and intel with it. You know what I mean? If you really do some, like, you seen the artwork on the covering.
Yeah, I love their artwork.
It kind of
They
all
email
goes
me
in
all that
sync.
stuff. I'm supposed to make a package for the artists and stuff like
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah.
terrible at my
It
what I
kind
do
of
and
goes
shit.
all in sync with what they got going on with their
Yeah.
projects, man. So shout out to those guys, man. Big salute to them, man.
Yeah. Once my production team gets bigger, I'll be able to do more for that. But until then, it's still the fucking MELLO-ROOM.
You already know it is what it is.
Yo,
man.
so you was telling me earlier, man, that you was watching L.A. Confidential.
Yeah, I checked that out, man. That was
Yeah.
that documentary.
It's pretty
on,
cool,
the
right?
tattoo artist cartoon. You know, and his brother picked up on the photography side while he was using the tattooing, you know, aspect of it to really fuel and
To jump into the
push what he
hip hop
was doing.
industry.
Yeah, you know, and once he was in there and he got his feet planted, and you know, you're around people, you rubbing shoulders with the right people.
Mhm.
You know, his brother embarked on the photography side of things.
Right.
You know, so a lot of those classic California pictures that you see, the low riders, you know, any of that type of stuff that you would see, the videos and stuff like that, that was really him and Cartoon really making that come to life
Yeah.
for a lot of those
And
artists.
you had brought that up because the
movies
picture
and
of
different
Biggie, I
things.
think, is one of those pictures, right?
Which one?
That
Yeah.
picture we saw of Biggie. Right?
It might be. I'm not sure if it is.
Okay.
I don't know where Big was at in that picture.
Right. I know that I watched some of it too. I didn't watch the whole thing. I get distracted too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice that some of those iconic pictures that we see, you wonder like who took that, his friend or some shit.
Yeah.
It would happen to be a homie.
Yeah,
what's his
some
name?
Cartoon's brother. You know what I'm
Cartoon's
saying?
brother. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and in a lot of senses, man, that shit was actually really dope, man. I didn't know, you know, it broke down a lot of what he, you know, contributed to the whole scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the dude Cartoon. he tatted probably like a lot of the synonymous hip hop artists in the game at the time, like all of them. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, you really, and that was like your stamp of being solidified as far as when you go to Cali. Like if you got with Cartoon for your tattoo,
Yeah.
people knew what time it was. He tatted everybody from the likes of Eminem to Shaq.
A lot of motherfuckers. I couldn't even tell you. I can't remember.
Yeah. It was so many people on that, man. It was crazy. I mean, everybody knows. I think a lot of his synonymous work. He did like 50's Hold Back.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He did Travis Barker.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the work on Travis Barker.
I thought that was pretty cool, man, because you always think like the news or the media always give you like every side of what goes on within the genre. Yeah. But you don't realize that there's these one or two people that you don't know about that probably be in there more than the media do. Yeah. And it's like that dude Cartoon, man. When you watch that shit, you realize he was going on tours with people, giving tattoos to rappers on their concerts, like before they go on stage, after they get off stage.
People were flying this dude in, man. He was going all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, with him and tattooing, you know what I'm saying? In Cali, if you go to Cali, you look at all of the work, from like artists like Cat Von D, you know what I mean? And so many others out there. You know what I mean? They
also have shows though too.
Oh yeah, they got big tattoo shows and things like that. But all your artists, you know what I mean? They all know when they go and they touch down in Cali, this is who they paying homage.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool little documentary too, man.
Yeah, man, it was. It was actually really dope.
It's called L.A. Confidential, right? It got Snoop on the front.
I do believe it's called L.A. Confidential.
I think it is.
I do believe so.
It got Snoop on the front. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was on Netflix. Yeah. I mean, it's one of them times, man. I'm sure everybody been finding different shit to watch and different things to check out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little bit of history. We're doing a lot of hip hop history today. Also, man, I came across a video I showed you and shit about Run DMC and a little bit of history about them and Russ, which was he used to call himself Rush.
Yeah.
And that's where they get the whole Crush groove from. What's his name? Damn, I forgot. Do you remember?
I forgot his name too.
We're fucking terrible, yo.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, man, to come to find out, like, just to say, like, Jam Master Jay wasn't always the original DJ.
Oh yeah, no.
And then there was also a gentleman by the name of something DMX. That he was like original rapper or something like that, or wrote something.
Off as a rapper.
Yeah, he started off rapping.
Was that Davey DMX?
Yeah, Davey DMX.
Yeah.
Davey
I don't know
DMX.
why I remember that because I can't.
Yeah, he was basically like
because of somebody else named DMX outside of DMX.
Yeah, right. You don't remember some shit if another nigga named DMX and shit. Yeah. And then it was just going on explaining about how they found Run and he was a DJ.
Yeah, it kind of broke down the early hip hop story of Hollis, Queens, really.
And like a lot of those beats weren't Jam Master J's, they were something Davis's, a guy named by last name Davis.
Or they were either his or Davey DMX.
Yeah, and they used to do a lot of
Clive Davis.
No, not Clive Davis.
No.
I can't remember his name.
I forgot his name too, but there was a lot of tracks that you would have been synonymous with, synonymous to you, like
they
Friends,
sampled songs, sampled beats,
different beats that you would have been like, oh shit.
Actually, they looped sampled beats. They created the beat from a looped riff of the track, something like OJ's or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was originally basically how Run DMC got their sound. Their sound, bro, was from Davis and DMX. What was his name again?
Davey DMX.
Davey DMX, right? Wow. So then they went on to talk about how Crush Groove was Rush Groove. And what's his name
Rush
didn't like
Groove.
it. Yeah, so he kept putting K's on shit.
He kept putting K's in front of
So that's how that whole Crush Groove came about and shit. Because Rush was actually Russell Simmons, and Russell Simmons had just came out there and was dealing with some older rappers that came out before all of this, but I can't remember their names at all either. This is what Uncle Glenn would have been like.
Yeah, I mean, well, at that point in time, it was different too, man, because it was like just the way they approach situations and handle them were much different at that time as well.
Right, and then there was 4 people, which was you had Run, you had D, and then you had the DMX dude, Davey DMX, and it wasn't damn, what was their DJ name? It wasn't what's his name yet?
It wasn't Jam Master.
It wasn't Jam Master Jay. Jam Master Jay actually used to be with this group, I think called the Hollis Boys, and the DJ that Run DMC originally had got sick or broke his arm or leg or something.
Rev Run had originally broke his arm.
Okay, and then they went to go get Jam Master Jay at that point, and that's what
I want to say the original DJ was Danny DMX.
I think it was, right?
Well, Davey DMX.
DJ Davey DMX.
Yeah, I want to say he was the original.
I think
DJ
it was because he made the beats and he was the DJ,
Run DMC,
right?
Yeah.
And then they had one other dude. He said,
that's why on one of the original songs with I forgot the bar. How the bar went from Rev Run, Dave blessed us with the beat or something like that instead of Jay blessed us with the beat because it was,
because in the original it was Dave.
Yeah,
it was Dave and the last name Davis dude that was making all the Run DMC's beats before Jam Master Jay.
It was really about the story of the Rock. You know what I mean? And that's that infamous Rock that's in Queens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a big boulder in Hollis, Queens that 7 guys from what were their last names again? You remember? Yeah, there's 7 brothers from Hollis, Queens. They bought a bunch of buildings and all of that shit. And from all the rubble, there's this huge boulder. Yeah. And from that boulder, basically created a lot of your hip hop people that we bring up in hip hop history.
A lot of your history for those guys.
It started at that Rock because that's where everybody used to hang out. They even say that LL Cool J, he says, "I'm from the Rock."
Yep,
and
that's what he's talking about.
And he's talking about that actual Rock in Hollis, Queens and shit.
That's a whole fact. So, fun fact for you, Saif.
Fun fact, Saif, the Rock
hear that.
of Hollis, Queens.
I hear that.
Started a lot, has a lot of history to do with a lot of these older hip hop heads who started this for us, man.
I'm soaking it all up right now because there's so much info right now.
It was so crazy. I wish I could remember the names more. Because once I say the names, you'll be like, "Oh shit!" Because they were actual synonymous names that you recognize and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. You hear the tracks that they.
Yeah, if you heard the tracks and the people they talk about and who had originally.
Shit, when you hear the tracks, you're like, "Damn, they had a hand in shaping, music."
Basically, Run DMC.
Yeah, of course, Run DMC. Everybody knows that.
No, I'm saying even the people we talking about, like Davis and Davey DMX, helped shape Run DMC
and other artists as well. That's I'm looking at the history right now, and this is going back to the '80s. Before that,
they dealt with other rap artists that were from the area. That's where Russell came in. Russ got out of college, he came in, and then he met these dudes.
Yeah.
So that's where
he was putting his overall plan in effect.
Right. That's where Run comes in because obviously they're family, but Run DJ'd. And Danny DMX made beats.
Davey
DMX made the beats.
It says here he was also dating before that. He'd worked with Curtis Blow in the '80s.
There you go. It was Curtis Blow who was mad that Russ kept putting Rush on everything. So he was putting the K in front of everything. That's who was doing that. Curtis Blow was getting mad about that shit.
Yeah, but that's the one that the movie Crush Groove had a lot to do with that whole story.
About Curtis Blow?
Yeah, with the break, all those movies. Right?
Yeah.
When you look at all of those movies, they were breaking down the story of that same thing that we were really
talking
just
about.
watching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So Crush Groove would be a good way to go back and
DMX was the DJ for Curtis Blow.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, bro?
In the late '70s, early '80s, Davey DMX was DJing for Curtis Blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he left Rev Run and, you know what I'm saying, DMC to go do that with them. And in return, they slid Jam Master Jay.
That's when Jam Master Jay came from the Hollis Boys, who were just a group of dudes, right? It wasn't like
well, I'm sure they were doing music. Yeah, I'm sure they had music going on as well, too, DJing and things like that.
Yeah.
That was, you could tell that was a main influence and thriver for all of them. You know what I'm saying? And when you really look at it, they were shaping what we know is the hip hop culture.
Yeah,
today.
Definitely.
You know
because even with that being said, where I was getting at before you had said that Run actually was a DJ, and they kind of put him to the test to see if he can rhyme before he even became Rev Run. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool too, you know, that you get to learn those little intricate small things that you don't realize. You know, we always see these artists come out and they're like, oh, I've been doing this for years and I've worked so hard to this point. But then you really do the history and you be like, man, you rapped one time and shit.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, like you was a DJ,
Like,
nigga.
damn, I'd have thought he went platinum.
Right, facts. So like I always think that's cool too because me starting as a fucking DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first started DJing, there was no inclination in my mind that I could even rap. I didn't, you know, I wrote little.
You were focused.
Yeah, not even that. I want little one-liners on paper.
Yeah.
But I liked DJing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was choosing what to do. It was like I was like, oh, I like this. I like the scratching. I like the blending of the music. I like the crowd reaction to when you hype them up. That's what intrigued me the most. I guess you can say that's kind of what dragged me into the rapping is when you kind of do the DJing live with your own mouth.
Same thing. Crowd reaction.
Yeah, crowd reaction.
Tempo.
Right.
Where we going with it?
And I brought this up before. My first time was at my house parties. That when I'm just fucking kicking it on the mic, I'm not even I look back and you know it's like everybody was just waiting. Like, what the fuck is he gonna say and shit? And I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I realized that day, like, oh shit, I can fucking do this shit.
Nigga in a basement with a bunch of kids. Yeah, Mike, you play in the place.
Nah, we was 21 at that point. I was throwing house parties. And,
okay, so y'all was grown.
I had a house, right? All right, so we rented this house from a chiropractor. He turned his garage into the chiropractor's office. So it was just upstairs. We rented the house after 7 p.m.
On what floor did the party happen?
On the same floor the house was. It's only one story and a garage. You know how
all right, so you got a basement.
It's a basement and a garage.
I thought it was multi-level for some reason. I'm thinking 3 floors. Yeah.
But it is 2 floors, but it's like you drive in the garage and then the basement. But on top of that is the house, right? So anyway, he turned the basement and garage into his office. He was gone by like 7:30. We had the house upstairs. You know, 3-bedroom. I had a yard. Big ass yard with fence, neighbors far away. Nigga, I had a whole parking lot next to my house.
You was throwing raves.
I was throwing house parties.
Before they had them.
Yeah, I'm throwing house parties. And when I first started, 20, 30 people. Before I left Jersey, man, I promise you I had 100 people in that house, you know, easily. And that was like my 10th week of throwing house parties.
Damn.
So.
How many times I got called, like the police came and broke
ever.
What?
Nigga, so look, where my house was, right, was off of, say, 192. Like, but there was a strip mall with a huge parking lot, right? Okay. So if you drive past, you're just going to see a lot of parking lot. And then there was a line of trees, and my house is behind that line of trees. You're on a 192.
Was hidden by the trees.
Right, you're on a 192. In front of my house is the back of basically Walmart and shit. It was like a building like that. It wasn't Walmart or something else, but it's like the back of those.
Big box shit.
Right. So, yeah, we created a lot of noise that bounced off the buildings. But if you're on the highway that's up the street through 2 blocks, you can't hear that shit because there's mad cars. There's all types of shit that going by. You got traffic, people honking.
So you wouldn't be able to detect the party from a distance.
No, you would have to be the neighbor
right
who
up
called.
on it. Yeah, you had to get right up on it.
And then the neighbors were so far enough away from us that we didn't bother them with the noise that they didn't call on us. They knew we were partying, but we weren't bothering. We were too far away for their house to be going.
Yeah, so the complaints you be getting was you guys got to clean up after yourselves.
Yeah, in the morning, yeah, that's the main thing. My neighbor would be like, yo, you got beer cups in my lawn and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that would be the worst. Nigga, there was a huge fight in front of my house with a cop. Pulled over a car on that highway in eyesight view of the fight, and we all just fighting there. The cop did his job and drove off.
Good thing that ain't today's world. The cop would kill somebody.
Oh hell yeah, with some shit like that. Yo, we had like 30 people outside fighting, so like I could have just imagined, bro.
Yeah, that shit would have been a good look in today's world.
Hell nah, man. But yeah, man. So that house party shit is where the rapping came from, cause just bullshitting. The parties are getting. It's end of the night. It's 1 in the morning. The DJ, my DJs are my friends.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just like, yo, let me get a beat, put a mic on and shit. We fucking rapping with each other. And that's when I noticed when I had people just sitting on the couch, winding down.
They said, I think I might be pretty
I
good.
said, I might got it, yo. I might got it.
I just might have the skill for
Yeah.
this.
So I mean, that was my my jump into that shit.
Yeah.
When I moved to Florida, right after that.
I feel you.
So that's where it got lost because when I moved to Florida, I didn't know none of y'all niggas, man. So it took me like 2-3 years.
So it's like starting all over.
Yeah, it took me like 2-3 years to meet anybody who even rapped. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I'm meeting just want to do drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't pay it no mind because, you know, I went from house partying to, I don't know, nobody out here, let alone I trust you, you know what I'm saying, to even take me to another house party or meet people and shit like that.
You know, you motherfuckers try something. Killing everybody.
Hell yeah. So, you know, it took a while to come back and transition to that shit, but here we are, man. The fucking coalition on the MELLO-ROOM.
Definitely. You already know. I'm mad, man. I have forgot the artwork, too, again. As I look back at
the fan art?
Yeah.
I know.
Shit fucked me up.
We're terrible, yo.
Mm-hmm.
We're terrible. What do you call people to the fans? Like we don't cater to the fans enough and shit.
The host?
Yeah, like we're terrible hosts to the fans and shit.
No, I won't play them at all. It's sad. It's sad, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, man? Who we got lined up for another record, family?
Man, the next one we got on the list is C to the A to the M and Trill Will.
So this is the CAM and Trill Will. They sent me this music. It's again like Grime Waving originally. They sent me this dope music and I'm like, who is this?
No typo.
Yeah. So I came across it in the list. Let's play it, see what it sounds like.
Yeah,
everybody
definitely.
always send me good music.
Shout out to Cam and True Will.
Yes, sir.
If it's Cam, because it could just be CAM.
It is CAM. I don't know.
All right, so shout out CAM and True Will. Let's see what we got. Let's see what they got, actually.
Yes, sir.
It's that ugly.
Yeah,
UGLY.
Had to rent it up. She too.
Trillion.
One thing, nigga.
It's ugly. It's ugly.
Yo, out in Mars, catching these bars, riding around, in the car. Yeah, I'ma stop and pause for the photo. Yeah, hopping out the coupe from the photo. I be riding in the coupe. Yeah, take your bitch up off the stool. I don't want your hoe, she call me Dick Teaser. I don't want the bitch, I call that bitch Skeezer. Bitch, I'm the man. Take your so stand. Do what I wanna, you do what you can. Dot on your head, I ain't talking Japan. Got it, want it, get it, damn. Smoke on my reefer, Indian Chiefer, ugly as fuck, masterpiece sneaker. Bang bang, Chief Keef on them. I'm about to go street on them.
Cheap like them keep, make them run away. Don't wanna be, put the gun away. Chained up the pennies like colorway. No smoke, young way NBA. No, it's not just in the DNA. Ugly, my chick like a Frito Lay. Pretty ugly like I'm Snoop. But I catch them like I'm Oda Beckham. She can ride it in the coupe. She can get the smoke for smoke a second. Might impeach her with a bold second. Fashion police, she might get arrested. Swag dripping like a pink dog. High fashion like Neiman Marcus. I'm an alien, don't need a Martian. We on fire, call the fire department. Ugly lies called a lot of partner. Feel the pressure cause it's ugly like pressure. Show bars in my teeth cause I ate them for breakfast. I'm on my Mo3 getting an honor from Texas. I'm water, then you're not in my section. I'm change pistol and I'm holding my weapon. My mouth is a weapon, I'm truly retarded. But lying in my heart cause I'm so lying harder. My bars are so hard that it's hard to record it. To see it is new and I like it, I bought it. If Trilly rock it, they gon' like it regardless. Trill Camp cool, rockin' the hardest. Put it in the pool, Orlando the Harlem. Bubble team, I'ma shoot it regardless. The mother buzzers gotta pop muddy waters. A Trilly young, but I rap like I'm Potter. If ugly is pretty, then maybe it's ugly. If ugly is pretty, then maybe it's ugly.
Ugly. It's ugly. 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 So dangerous, your neighborhood police done ran my tag. Looking for information on last time I called a body bag. My daddy had a Chrysler and was sneaking hoes right through the back. Industry looking for a superstar, what should I give him that? Pay that hoe collect like a prison system. Mama drove her Geo Prism, had to rent it up. She too nasty, I had to put her ass in the back. She push it up. Got drunk on a Thursday night, was too thirsty. I slid up right to the DM. Top flight, lost my mind between seasons. Smoke joint, shot down the limit. If your drive ain't shit, it's the limit. Might blow like phone, count my pennies. Proud to pop shit. Ugly. It's ugly. 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 Ugly.
The record means rewind. You requested it.
It's a booyaka.
So rewind.
But nah, man, shout out to CAM. I believe it's CAM. I don't want to say Cam, and it's not Cam.
Yeah, we don't want to
You
get
know
you
what I'm saying,
confused with
but-
like Cam, Killer Cam.
Shout out to CAM and what was the other gentleman?
Trill Will.
Trill Will. Shout out to those guys, man.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I
Big
mean?
shout out. I like that jam, man. It's different style.
Definitely different, carries a different vibe. You know, so big up to those guys, man. We just
Right.
need a little bit more info about you guys, man, so we can tell the people about you, you know?
Hell yeah. Yo, what else we got on the list of on there?
Next one we got on the list is Rob Dent with that Jeezy Fresh.
Oh yeah, we haven't played that in a minute, yo.
Yeah, man, let's jump right into it.
So
man.
Rob Dent, yo, aka what's his name? Bobby something.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee on Facebook. Go check him out, man. He got some really good music, and this one is called
That's a
Jeezy
different
Fresh.
name because it was a different one before.
What?
The name was different before, I thought. No?
Bobby Lee?
Yeah.
No, that's who it is. Bobby Lee is Rob Dent.
Okay.
So go check him out on Facebook, man. He got some really good music, and this one is called Jeezy Fresh.
Let's pull it up. That Jeezy Fresh.
Yeah, you see? Live on the bus.
Produced by Flintstone Beats.
Yes, sir. Jeezy Fresh.
Here we
All
go.
day. MELLO-ROOM. Sunday Fun Day.
That's
In the clouds.
One take player. True OG. Y'all smoke gas. I smoke rapper weed. All day. 810. Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a rape. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay. Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a rape. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay. The feeling is mutual when opportunities in front of me. I just wanna see millions in palm trees when my ILIDs wake up outside my patio window. Double B on her knees, slop slow white roll blowing on endo. As she swallows, make my way to the front door. No need to check people, bamboo fence keep it discreet though. Young 810 nigga taking streets of Orlando. Graduated from Fly City, bitch, my whole city abandoned. Yeah, for 17 years I watched mama tell some lies. For the past 10 years all women and men lie. I doubt my wishes went up and blessings came down from the sky. Spoken to existence, motivator switches, counting up the riches, reinvest a tipping. We up next breaking all these places. I'm in the Gucci PJs on a private jet. Couple gold chains, rolling his and hers. Fly a whip, I put it on the curb. Brought the hood to the suburb, became the man, left a hood nerd. Bad bitch, I do not entertain. So for fearless, yeah, we do our thing. A10 East Side, nigga. Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a rape. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay. Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a rape. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay. My first flow was future tense, led this second with presents, then Prezzies on Prezzies, let her know I'm all good. I love women too much not to do what I could, but a nigga don't play tricks, so never tell me I should. I do gains and lift weights, she do squats and cush breaks. Most of you niggas pump fake chicken wings with Fridays, we at finger licking. 11 a.m. on Saturday, drop to blue, no 20 minutes after my eyes wait. Racked up lifestyle, keep my shoebox on smile. I keep my auntie in proud, I keep my team at wow. Keep all my business affairs, double excelling in style. The source, I'm just that. My vibe, your catch that. I'm back. Sit
Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a ring. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay. Sit back and I listen, Jeezy told me game is free, okay? 1990 nigga never had a front, that's still today. Being in the trap so long today, I should have bought a ring. Still fucking up your re-up so your profit never pay.
Yeah.
You almost got caught with the spin back. Rewind.
Yo, man, shout out Rob Dent, man.
Big shout out to Rob Dent and the team over there, man. They doing their one too, man. He's another one we got to get back on the show as well. He paid us a visit a season ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a good time when he came through. You know, we had a lot of conversation, chopped it up, got super duper mellow. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you guys definitely want to go back and check it out, see who Rob Dent is and get acquainted with him.
Yes, you can definitely go to YouTube. It's MELLO, middle/room, whatever that shit's called. On YouTube, man, you can go back and check a lot of the old episodes. You can also check on my page, the Facebook MELLO-ROOM page. And I will start doing it again, is reposting some of the old episodes back up so you can rewatch them and shit. So keep checking that shit out. Go get you a hat, get you a mask so you're protected out there.
Keep those on deck, man. Please do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't about you thinking about your own safety, just think about the person, you know, that may be around you, the people that you may be coming across with, going in the stores, different places like that. So even if it ain't really about yourself, man, just be one for others. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. Hey, Syph, man, didn't you say you had something that you wanted to bring up, bro?
Yeah, I was just actually wanted to touch on local businesses because that's how we thriving right now. So
yeah, they definitely keep the economy afloat in your area. So if you don't really know too much about how local business works in your area, is like this. So you go into this local business, and this local business is your home neighbor in your community. He lives right next to you. So you spend your money in his restaurant, store, studio, you know what I'm saying? And he takes that money that he makes from you, and he spends it back in the community. Have it be taxes, whatever it is.
Pays his employees.
Those employees spend money within the community in which they live as well. So what that helps do is keep the economy within your community by itself sustainable. So what happens is the more that you guys buy from mom and pop or your local grocer or your local restaurant or your local anybody that's your neighbor, that he wakes up every morning, you see him out there getting the paper, man. When you shop there more than you shop at a Walmart, and I'm not gonna knock down big business because they're gonna knock us down.
So you cannot Walmart.
Yeah. But you don't always have to go to Walmart for everything. You don't have to go to Publix for everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go to the local farmers, especially like in Central Florida.
Yeah, they got some pretty damn
with
good
all the
farmers.
grocery shortage. There's a lot of little farmers that sell eggs and tomatoes and pickles and all of that shit right here, man. And it's good shit, man. There's a bread truck that drives around. That makes really fucking good bread, though.
Yeah, for some reason, it only seems
you never catch it?
Orlando. I don't ever
Nah,
catch
bro,
it.
that shit be in St. Cloud, dog.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I can catch it all the time. You know where it be at? It be in, right next to Publix. But what's that farm tractor store? The farm and tractor store supply.
Oh, all right. I know you're talking about by
Dollar
General or Family Dollar.
Yeah,
whatever,
in that
Dollar
parking
Tree.
lot. It'd be right there in front of the tractor's joint.
Oh, okay. Nah, I ain't see it there, but I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but the more you do that, man, the more the economy within you live in builds up. That helps to build your streets better. That helps to get you even the housing for like low income housing, even that money that you spend within your community, your low income housing becomes better looking because they maintain it, because it's maintained by the state and the town or the district or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, go support local businesses like Syph was saying, man. Is there any specific local businesses you wanted to
specifically local artists, you know what I mean? Like I was just looking at a local artist that I actually know personally. goes by the name of Skills, MB Skills.
Skills is a rapper.
Yeah, he actually does a little bit of music too, but I'm looking at something that he actually put together. It looks like a portrait.
Okay.
And it's pretty dope. I think I'm actually want to
You wanna buy
support.
some of his shit?
I want to buy some of his shit. I want to support
You should
him.
reach out to him, man. See if he wants to come on the Mellow-Room, man, and kind of debut some of his art, man. Maybe
And
we can
I've
even
actually
maybe we
worked
can
with
even
him
get
in the
some
past
auctions
before.
going on.
Yeah,
yo.
that'd be dope.
Yeah, I've actually worked with him in the past before, so I know his stuff is really dope. You know what I mean?
You worked with him in the past too?
Definitely.
I don't think he's talking about the same Skillio skills.
MB Skillio.
Skillio? Tall ass Skillio look like Allen Iverson.
He's short.
Skillio?
He's short.
Oh, okay, nah, we're not talking about
Tall,
that.
skinny braids.
Nah, he said he's short.
Oh, no.
We're not talking about skills.
Light skin.
He used to rap. He was called Franchise.
I don't know. I think
No,
somebody
yeah, we
else.
ain't
That's
talking
another
about
skills. That's another skills.
Yeah, that's a different skills. Yeah, he used to be part of a group called Twin Towers and everything.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely not him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's different skills then. Well, yo, shout out, shout
out to him too.
Yeah, shout out to Skills, shout out to Skillio, MP Skillio, whatever his name happens to be. Yeah, man, we should try to link that up, man. Try to get him on the show or something, man.
Yeah,
maybe we can even do some live auctions, man, for these artists, yo.
I think we're gonna be doing a lot of that in the near future. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, that's one way that we're gonna be pushing this economy here in Central Florida.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah,
please.
definitely.
I mean, yeah, man. I don't like to bring up a lot of this stuff that I do behind the scenes, but please stay tuned because there's a really big market that we about to tap into and really cool shit that Studio 1025 is about to partake in, man. I really can't wait. I got a meeting tomorrow, so I'm trying to find out really what's going on, and then I can say more. But that goes hand in hand with what you're talking about, man. Even with the future of like what we do as artists and the technology as well, man.
That's a whole fact. And speaking of which, shout out to our close people that we work with, at Ayers Printing. Shout out to
Yeah, we
Jose.
always shout out Jose, man, at Ayers Printing, man. That's
He
a
already
given.
know. He already
that's
know.
family over there, man.
That's an everyday thing. you
Yeah,
know?
that's a given thing, man. He's really when he first reached out to us and we got into this, he really accepted what we got going on, and I also like to know that behind the scenes we talk. So I always like to hear that we kind of inspire him too.
Yep.
So that's a really cool thing to me, man. That's why I always shout him out and shit.
So it's dope, man. On one hand,
I definitely don't feel like I'm an inspiration to people at all. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
like,
I
that's
mean,
a
it's
pretty,
just dope 'cause we
that's a
push
pretty
it.
cool thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, even with it, you know what I'm saying? You never know where people will find inspiration or,
Right,
sometimes
right.
it's just the right word of encouragement or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But, shout out to him, man, because he definitely has a lot going on with his movement, and he inspired us in ways, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so support your local companies, man. That's what it's about, bro, to build up the economy in which and where you live at.
Yeah, it's like I
Yeah, we
said,
heard that
it's-
too, man. when we
It's
came
always
we always just
one
look at
hand
each
can
other.
wash the other, and they both can wash the face.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for that, in the local business market. Speaking of Ayers Printing, I like how you just segued with me. Why don't we play a J Notes, yo?
Yeah, that'd be
Sounds
dope.
like a good idea.
And there's 2 songs on J Notes first again. What was it again?
Let me pull that up. Cause there was Ride on
I know
Them.
this is
We got
also
the Ride
Ayers
on Them,
Printing
and we got the
song.
Respect the Hustle.
Respect the Hustle and what?
Ride on Them.
Ride on. Let's play Respect the Hustle, because I remember
There you
the
go.
Ride on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect the hustle, motherfuckers. Support local businesses, man.
That's a perfect segue.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
So do your
Here it is,
thing.
that J Notes.
J Notes, Respect the Hustle.
Mhm.
Produced in 1999. No, it's-
Classic. Classic.
Yeah. Y'all niggas know who it is, man. I ain't gotta say that shit no more. Raider was good, I see you free arms all day. Millie was good. Chris John, Killer K. Yeah, it's Icon, y'all niggas know what it is. It's gray area, nigga. Let's get it, respect the hustle, niggas. Yeah, this is for the streets, this is for the riders, this is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the
Trying to talk to y'all niggas don't understand. J Notes, get 'em!
Yeah, y'all niggas know who it is, man. I ain't gotta say that shit no more. Raider was good, I see you free arts all day. Millie was good, Chris John, Killer K. Yeah, it's Icon, y'all niggas know what it is, it's gray area, nigga. Let's get it, respect the hustle, niggas. Yeah, this is for the streets, this is for the riders, this is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the streets, this is for the riders, this is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. Okay, everybody move weight, everybody talk shit. Every nigga in the hood selling dope got a nod. I won't talk to the cops, it's they job to solve crime. It's my job to get dope till I'm up in the box. I grab my cock and stare at hoes, that's just what I do. Don't knock me for what I do, just do you. If I'm in the club, I'm in the cut low, getting my drink on. Talking to a bitch, trying to get my dick sucked. It's just my style, I'm a street nigga. Your bitch love me, cause I'm a real nigga. It's no fake, it's TMF, all we do is get cake. Always doing time for putting guns on the plate. Anything for the dollar, that's just how this shit get. Me and Raiden moved on from the Bay to GA. Now it's GAP, move music from here to PA. As niggas play games, niggas get shit clear. This is for the streets, this is for the riders. This is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the streets, this is for the riders. This is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. I don't play games, I get busy with the fucking powder. I never been a nigga giving daps to everybody. Niggas talk big games, but they ain't fucking bout it. Niggas from my block had it, we been all at it. I'm on my money bench, because I have to be mouth to feed. Niggas ain't sick, just got a light sneeze. They don't know beef, just feeling a light breeze. Till TMF come through like hurricane winds. There was certified fiends, red beans and extended clips. Breaking in the whip, sharing hoes, nigga fuck a bitch. Past the OE, these niggas acting like movie screens. I can make a movie, you can star in the murder scene. Know y'all heard of me, I know you niggas know my style. We gon' meet up in a while, see who's really wild, see who's really down for the cause. I guess down for sure, an animal in the streets, nigga like Hannibal. This is for the streets, this is for the riders. This is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the streets, this is for the riders. This is for the niggas on the block selling powder. This is for the money, respect and the power. This is for the money, respect and the power. TMF is the gang, we ain't no beginners. We gets down for dough, we coke movers, gunslingers. We don't talk to cops, none of my niggas is snitching. The trigger finger itching, though these head is still tripping. I still shoot the mag fofos like I'm tipping. The new edition Rug is pushing, I call it Mike Bivens. Get crazy around mice, got D like Scotty Pippen. Niggas can hate, they say my name, then the plot thinkers listen. Running round, tinted up, the rim spinning, get top from a bitch while the friend grinning. I'm a winner, top of the game. My lyrics knocking out frames, get door off the powder and the cane. It's money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. It's 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 money, power, respect. Respect the fucking hustle, nigga.
Here's printing.
Shout out to J Notes, Ed's Printing Zone. You already know that was Respect the Hustle.
Respect the hustle, man. This is the MELLO-ROOM.
Yeah,
Sunday
man.
Fun Day. We winding it down. We about to get out of here,
Thank
man.
God sports is about to come back soon, man.
Yeah, man. Pretty soon we'll have some more shit to talk about. You know, more with entertainment popping up, more what we got going on.
Yeah, I know you see what they got going on with D-Wade, right?
Hey, did you know that the first game of the NBA coming up soon?
I didn't know that, but
And do you know where it's gonna be played?
Is it gonna be right in our backyard?
In fucking Orlando, my friends.
Right down the street, right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anybody looking interested, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking take you there. I'm just saying, if you want to go watch basketball coming up, man, it's coming here to Orlando. The first and only game of the NBA season to be played since the pandemic's coming back.
I said all games are gonna be played.
All games are gonna be played there.
How dope is that? How much? You know what's about to happen to Orlando?
Yes, I do. That's why they never shut it down. But we're not going to get into politics on The MELLO-ROOM.
Well,
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up.
D-Wade did, man. D-Wade been taking a lot of heat for the little head dyed situation he just did.
He dared his high.
He dyed his hair
Dyed
red.
his hair?
You know,
He did some backwards shit like you just said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, you got the whole world that got an opinion nowadays.
Yeah, everybody got an opinion. It's just like an asshole, but you know what I'm saying?
But you know, man, shout out to him, man. He's still doing his thing, man, trendsetting and trailblazing.
Was there any other upcoming events I was thinking about? There is a drive-in concert coming, I think I told you guys, right? In the Central Florida Fairgrounds. Coming up in June or July or something like that, I think.
You did mention that.
Yeah, well, same people who brought Yin Yang Twins last year out here.
Yeah, that was the biscuits and gravy circuit.
Right, yeah. So the same people who brought them out here, I think, is doing a drive-in concert.
Drive-in?
Yeah, drive-in. Drive your car into the concert.
So pull up.
I'm hearing something like that.
Huh?
Basically, you could pull up.
You can pull up for real.
That's
with a car motherfucker full of hoes.
Like skirt.
Pull up for real.
skirt.
Like skirt.
Yeah, anything else there was there?
Which one, as far as like what's coming up around the city?
Yeah, in general.
I mean, just everything else pretty much getting reopened.
Yeah.
People getting reacclimated to doing things.
There's a lot of motherfucking protesting going on in different states, yo.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, and shit, a lot of people still ain't even coming out yet, man, even though they're reopening things.
The whole world
I
right
get
now
it, man. They literally fed people that they know are scared shitless fear, and then expect them not, just to take your word for it. Like, you confused. Fuck it. Listen, they confuse so many people, man. I wouldn't blame them for being scared about coming back out the house. But my suggestion is, come out the house, man. Human beings been breathing oxygen that are produced from trees for quite some time, man. So I think you'll be all right, man. But anyway, as we wind up and get the fuck up out of here, just like we always do, shout out Airs Printing.
Big shout out to Airs Printing, man. That's family.
Shout out Craves Dessert, icravesdessert.net. Go order your
shout
shit.
Out to family.
Go to studio1025.com. They are pretty much our in-house engineers, and that's the Jedi Masters. That's Cypher, Danny Patches, and Chip. They are the in-house engineers here, man. They do fucking phenomenal work. They will actually be doing all of Big Ooze and Casino Lose and coalition shit for us. So you know what I'm saying? Pay attention for them. If you go to the studio1025.com and you go to partners tab and you click on there, you'll see Jedi Masters. They got a couple beats up there. Matter of fact, the beat in the intro today, that's by Danny Patches. So if you're looking to purchase beats from them, you can go to the website. I don't think we have social links up there right now, but you can contact me either through email, through the website, or just contact us through here, man. You know what I'm saying? And we can get you linked up with the Jedi Masters. They got some cool beats. We also got Two Lifted up there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with who Two Lifted is.
Shout out to Ski.
If you're not, shout out to Ski, and we miss you, Ski, so let's bring it back home. And he got a couple beats up there, too, as well, that you could preview. And hit us up if you'd like to purchase them. Go get you some MELLO-ROOM merch. Right now we got masks, hats, T-shirts. We're going to have tank tops and shorts, like board shorts for men.
As well as still hats, masks, T-shirts.
Yeah, we're going to have all that shit. But if you don't want to buy it, it's okay. We got tank tops for the men, T-tops for the women. We're going to have board short type shorts for men. And, I don't know what they call them for women, but, it's going to accentuate. That sounds like fireworks, nigga.
Yeah, I know. I'm turning around now because you see I hear it or whatever.
Yeah, I hope it's fireworks. Oh, yo, speaking of, that was something I wanted to bring up. Did you see, nigga, what happened in Daytona yesterday?
Oh, the fight?
Yeah, they had like 19 cops surrounded. They beat up some cops, stole a cop car. They was just wilding out on Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach.
I thought they were trying to shut down like a street party or something like that.
Well, it looked. I didn't get into the thing, but it looked like it was a street party. And then you know how Daytona get down. You know what I'm saying?
It was flooded out there.
Right, and then maybe the cops came to break it up or whatever. But it turned into someone stealing the cop car, Then it turned into them getting into a fight with a couple cops. Then it turned into them trapping like 19 police officers.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then it took place, and this is not just Daytona Beach, because in the article it said Ormond, Daytona, and Holly Hill.
That's all right next to each other.
Holly Hill, right? Yeah. So that whole 3 sections was involved. And shit.
That's basically like a three.
So yo, man, people go to the beach, have fun, but yo, man, the cops ain't playing right now.
That's like saying St. Cloud, Kissimmee, and Celebration.
Yeah, but what? Having a whole party down 192?
Yeah.
Fighting the cops and shit?
The whole strip is
basically.
Huh?
The whole strip is lit.
Right. So, yo, go have fun, man. I'm all for the fun, but please, man, leave the cops alone, man. I think they on a different agenda right now and shit.
Yeah, man. We hope everybody out there is happy and celebrating their Memorial Day weekend. You know,
don't want no memorials.
Yeah, despite
safe.
being able to
keep
really go out and celebrate it how we're normally used to, man. You know what I mean? Just be thankful and thank God, man, that we're able to do anything, you know?
Facts. Those blessings.
Yo, man, so, yeah, man, with that being said, thanks for everybody for tuning in, man. Have a blessed evening. You know, roll one for me, because I'm about to do my own. Site, you got any shout-outs? You want to holla at people or whatever?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to us, you know.
Yeah, because we are the shit.
Keep it like that, you know what I mean?
Oh, word up. Roll 2 of them motherfuckers.
I think I'm going to start to do a shout-out list.
You got to, man. That's what we always used to make right there.
Because I be forgetting niggas when it comes time to shout out or whatever.
Yeah, I make a shout out list.
You know,
in the beginning, we used to be like, who we gonna shout out? And then we would start going down the list and then be like, damn, that's too many motherfucking people.
I think we're going to have to do another 30 minutes.
The NIMS and Ill Bill Project.
Oh, yo, I'm so glad you brought up NIMS, because you know him more personally than I do. I just follow him. But yo, that nigga is murdering his son. Yo, shout out to
killing
NIMS.
shit. He been killing
and it's crazy because I'm a Ill Bill fan. Like I'm a nonfiction fan. I'm an Ill Bill fan. So it's really cool to see that. It's almost like what is it called? Groupie shit. It's like you know the nigga, you put me onto him, then I see him working with one of my favorite artists. I feel like I know the niggas now. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I know them niggas, man. That's NIMS and that's Ill Bill right there. So, shit, they go way back. But
shout out to NIMS.
But yo, NIMS is murdering his son. Like I think that man's flow is good. It's perfected.
His grind.
He can probably get better, but right now, man, the way I'm hearing your shit, dog, sounds beautiful.
Yeah, his grind is unmatchable, babe.
I love when I come across your Instagram videos, man. I watch the whole shit through. I go to
man. I'm telling you, man. Salute to him, man. We call him the mayor of Coney Island. You know what I'm saying? It's a well-earned title, you know, by him, and he carries and holds that flag honorably.
Well, that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, look at just being able to promote what he got going on and speak on it in the light that I can speak on it. You know, it make me happy to even be able to say, yeah, I'm from there. That's my hometown.
Yeah, in my head, just
doing
doing an album with Ill Bill make me feel like he made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, you got to look at it. He's been around he's had a very long and extensive career with this music shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even just going back to his early battling days and all that shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, just as anybody else, he had trials and tribulations that really kept him from taking it to that next level.
Yeah.
But this type of focus and determination that you're seeing out of him nowadays is just, it's unmatchable. It's
very, very impressive. I don't know why I said impressive.
Different, you know, and it matches what we got going on because right now, you know, everybody's in a driving seat with something that they have. You know what I mean? And this ain't something that he just did. This is a pot that's been.
But not to knock any artists, bro. But I'm gonna be real with you. With a lot of people I see out of this COVID who started being creative again, or just started. Period. Like, not to knock it, man. I pick up anybody who does art, right?
Yeah.
But we're in an era and a situation where I feel like we need to create art again.
Yeah.
Like the Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Where like coming out of this, we create a whole different layer of art now that we can evolve from, because I feel like we're stuck. I feel like the past maybe 2-3 centuries we're stuck in the same kind of art. The sound might have changed, the colors might have changed, but if you really look at it, we just repeated everything, even in clothes. Because, you know, we damn near went back to 70s and 80s clothes again.
Something
you know what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
I feel like that's all of entertainment in as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As a
Art and
whole.
entertainment in the past couple of centuries that we've gone through,
And
I feel like it's
like
only
too
changed
much
color
creativity.
and sound.
Yeah, but
you know
I feel
what I'm
like
saying?
it's changed. I feel like it's changed quite a few times already, though.
Yeah, but only color and sound. You think about it, we went from black and white to analog, then we went to digital and color, then you went to technicolor and
Well, I
and
mean, that's
digitized
in
music.
that's in that aspect.
So really, the art didn't change. It just changed how we perceive it. What I'm talking about is like in the 1920s after World War II, like, and the pandemic from then, we created that. We started creating that art that brought us up to here now.
Right.
I feel like where we're going now, with creativeness, we need to make that flip again. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
why I said if you look at it, it all flipped. And what you're speaking is in time and shit like that. Well, in time and shit like that, of course it changed because they had a different driver.
Right.
Meaning in the 1920s when it went from just paper, pen, and something to draw on and a canvas to present something in front of, they gave you something which was television,
Right.
which was a different driver to present art.
Right.
The same way when it jumped
But it
into
created
80s.
different art. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying?
same way, of course. Everything's going to create a different art once television is different from a canvas.
Yeah.
It's still considered a canvas, but you're watching live art as opposed to still
I
art.
think what we're missing in art is the ability. We have social media, which is close enough
And
to
that's
TV.
the driver for this
Right,
new
but,
age.
But we need to make social media the art. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, in which I can't even explain it correctly. Like, we need to make the driver the art now. Like, how we use the social media is how we present the art.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think we need to take that because there's so much in the world now and so much information, man, that I think we could create. We can create society art, like for society that thrives.
That's
off
why
of
I
art
say you got to
instead of,
look at it.
like thriving off of what we think and shit.
And
you
that's
know what I'm
because you're
saying?
looking at it as just for instance, Instagram as just the Instagram.
Right.
I was gonna
The
say the
art
same
of
thing.
it is
I was gonna say the same thing. That's your Instagram.
the art of it is that there are over 30, 40, who knows how many different platforms to be considered of social media.
Right.
It's all a part of what social group are you embarking on.
Right.
Are you embarking on the Instagram group? Are you embarking on the Facebook group?
Right.
Are you embarking on the Twitter group?
And each one is different.
Are you embarking on the
Yeah, they
Snapchat
are all
group?
different,
Yeah.
but at
But
the
that's
same
what I'm
time,
saying.
you're
That
doing the same
is-
art in those different.
But what I'm saying
outlets.
is that is the art. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like saying
To have the multiple
the art
streaming
of it
opportunities.
is having, the art of it is to be able to have a platform of your own in which you can stream and give your
So wouldn't the
own
next
art.
one be live TV, like actually having
Yeah.
a channel?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I mean by
And that's kind of where we're
by
going.
giving the artist the access to
That's-
these platforms instead of it being, hey, I'm fucking Ted Turner and I own TNT.
Well, nah,
You
that's
wanna
kind of
fucking
where we're
work-
going because look at YouTube. We have
Right.
our own channel.
Right. It is our own. That's YouTube's channel. I mean, and you know what I'm talking about because we
Yeah,
spoke
you're talking about a
this.
syndicating.
We talked about this, and I don't want to bring it up, but I'm just bringing it up in context.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Studio 1025 have a channel. Like, but not to the point where I got to be so syndicated and FCC rules and
Mm-hmm.
all this other crazy shit. I mean, being able to produce TV on my own terms that is reached to the masses just as much as ABC, Fox.
Well, I mean, it can, but
TNT.
that's the whole thing. Your content has to be something of crave. If your content isn't something of crave, then you're not going to get to those masses.
Well,
But
no,
if your content
no.
is something of 25 to
Just
30
being
million
able to
people
have-
buying in on it.
just being able to have the access of those viewers. Not so much of making the content to gain those viewers,
Mhm.
just being able to have the access to have those
You
viewers.
do.
Yeah, but not through Fox. Fox, ABC shit, they're never gonna do nothing like
Those
that.
are televised networks.
I'm talking about being able, right? They're televised networks that set the standard for being on television.
Mhm.
If you were able to be Ooh's ABC. Now
Yeah,
you
but when
set a
you really
standard
look
for
at
TV
it, when you
too.
really look at it, you're technically they're almost doing away with the network television system.
And that's what
So
that's
if you
what I'm
look at it,
getting to, like,
that's already being implemented and implied. You can
the
set
artists
up,
being having access to TV.
yeah, you can set up your own structure with Spectrum for your own channel. They have that already.
Really, they do?
That's how they set up those music channels and music choices and all that shit.
Oh,
That's a company.
yeah.
That's a
But
company
I'm
going
pretty sure
in
they
with
charge
them.
you more to have a visual.
Regardless of what they
aspect
charge you,
it,
they're
too,
gonna
yeah.
charge you.
Right,
It's not gonna be a
The
free
platform
thing.
is there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is it's there and it's happening.
Yeah.
The same way we have the opportunity through a YouTube and other platforms.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to get too deep in it because we were supposed to go, and this is also another thing. Spectrum is a cable provider.
yeah,
It's not a cable company. So, like, even with Spectrum, Spectrum it would be like Studio 1025 offering someone else to come and do their show through us. Spectrum is the cable provider. Studio 1025 is the live provider or whatever.
mhm.
What I'm
Spectrum's the
talking
service
about
provider.
is being the actual ABC itself.
The network.
The network itself.
Yeah.
Or being able to access some form of that network on my own terms, not where I'm signing a contract with the top rep executive of ABC.
Yeah, but then you would have to stay on an internet type level
Well,
because
that's what we
either
said,
way you
it's
talk
already
about
internet.
it, either way
Cable
if
is
you're
already
crossing
internet.
over, if you're talking about crossing over from an internet live syndication to a publicly live syndicated television channel,
Right.
either way it's going to be something contracted. Because all of those stations and all that shit are owned already.
I mean,
unless we're gonna launch our own satellite.
Your YouTube contract, right? I get that.
Unless we're gonna launch
your
our own
YouTube
satellite to
contract
have
is
that.
your ads, right? You know, you can pay into your ad, whatever the hell they do that shit.
Mhm.
You know, your Facebook contract is what you when you set up for Facebook. Everything that have a contract, but Facebook and YouTube and all these other they have set the precedent for what new TV is, and all new TV is gonna be internet, whether it's ABC, Fox, or not, because they already have apps themselves.
Exactly.
So my thing was just being able to access those now, like how we access YouTube and access Facebook. Like, will companies like that allow? And I don't know. They don't got to be open to everybody, but you know, at least people with prominent fucking businesses in art tap into their market. You know, by signing up. Like, you want to be a Fox? Here, sign into your Fox.
Yeah, but
Fox,
see, in the
you
sense
know?
of that's where, like I said, that's where creating the content. Because in some cases, you gotta let what you do speak more than what you do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? The product of what you're doing is speaking more than the action of what you're actually doing.
Right.
So if you have something on a YouTube channel, for instance, say so to speak, and you're getting a number of 2 million to 5 million viewers a week,
Yeah.
they're gonna reach out to you.
Of course.
You
But
know what
do
I'm saying?
you
'Cause
want them?
You ain't gonna have a choice.
And this is what my thing was. I don't want the opportunity whether they reach out to me or I make enough views for them to reach out to me. I just want the access.
So then you would be in turn creating your own network is what you're
Yes,
speaking on.
yes.
But if you're doing that, it's still in the sense of you're gonna have to rub shoulders with them. That's their world.
Eventually,
And you're talking about getting into their world.
Eventually,
which
yeah,
would be
but
if
then,
you're like,
then
for
you
instance,
get noticed.
Nick Cannon.
If you give me a
prime
network,
example.
if you give me the chance to create my own network with whatever contract I have to sign or monthly bill payment or whatever you take from me percentage wise, right? If I'm able to get myself into a network like that, create my own shit, then yeah, give me the chance to pull 2 views and then come talk to me as the people I rub shoulders with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you have no content or if I don't know that you can get this many people to watch you, why am I even gonna give a fuck about anything you're doing?
Because it's not them to give a fuck about. You're building your own network.
Which is in return, like I said, when you get the eyes on you,
yeah,
everybody's gonna want to be a part of you. If you have no eyes on you, but you have an idea.
Yeah, but see,
I get what you're saying.
In the sense of them buying into me. I'm not trying to.
No, it's the network.
Right, and we have Fox and ABC and NBC, but then I want S10. So S10 is not comparable to Fox, but I can still walk through the same spectrum that they walk in. Maybe not the same doors, but I'm not considered the same level as them. But whatever level they're at, I'm skimming along there, right?
In the same category.
Because their category. Because I don't have enough content or viewers to even compare to what they could do. But I did start my channel in their category.
Yeah, and in the sense of them as well, they started on a small scale, but the views is what brought them to the scale they're at now.
Yeah, I know that.
So in the sense of it, like I said, it gotta be. You have to create a product. It has to be something created that the masses are demanding.
Yeah, and that was my point. Like, they should allow artists who have that to be able to.
That's why, like I said, Nick Cannon.
It.
Nick Cannon is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Tried to create his own network due to whatever powers that be.
Right.
Didn't get the access to it, so he just bought a network.
Yeah, and
now he can push his own syndication.
He had money to do that.
Yeah, of course, but it had to start from somewhere. You start a plan and you build it. You know what I'm saying? Same way Ice Cube.
I just think the better art is gonna come from the people who are the artists, and then you giving them the access to that platform, instead of it being, like you said, a Nick Cannon who dealt with Nickelodeon, dealt with all this other shit, got his money, and then made Incredible. However you say it.
Well, Incredible is just his brand.
Right.
VH1 is what he
wound up buying.
Took up ownership.
But eventually he was an artist, but he eventually had to work the money up to get to that platform.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you have artists that don't have the money, but may have
the idea.
May have the same amount of following. Maybe not Instagram models, motherfucker.
And my point exactly. And the people
you can't be the butterfly without the caterpillar, bro.
Huh?
You gotta be the caterpillar first.
I dig
that.
You can't
be the butterfly.
And my point to exactly like what I was saying.
He already said
Listen
that Fox and all
the
of the
Instagram models, for instance. Majority of your Instagram models wind up wilding out chicks.
Yeah.
So when you really think about it, it's like I was saying, they're creating the content, which is generating the buzz, in return grabbing the attention of the masses,
right?
Which then the masses go get them. If S10, like you said, I want to create S10. If S10 starts off as a web-based channel,
right,
but the viewing and the traffic created through S10 is matching that of a national televised network, then they'll reach out, and that'll be something that.
And that's what I don't want them to reach out.
And S10 will be transformed into a nationally televised network.
Which
you don't have the capital to just make S10
right, I get it.
A national televised network.
And that's not what I'm asking. And what I'm saying is them supplying a chain into it.
Either way, what you're saying, either way, you're gonna have to work with them, bro.
It's almost, yeah, of course, you're gonna have to work with them, but they don't even offer a chance to go there. That's what my whole thing was. So, like, say, how do you explain?
Different outlets for that shit, my G. Like, you gotta look at the music shit with Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? That's an outlet for unknown artists to really get your music flowing in mass.
And he just started that recently.
Nah, that's been going on for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's recent to me.
That's recent to me. That's not that's not recent when you got to think about artists that are being catapulted.
Been using it for 2 or 3 years, but
we're also talking about recognition from
it. But we're also talking about institutions that have been developed for years, and then this coming. So that's kind of recent compared to that.
Yeah, but you look, like I said, the artists that are coming through it, it's been pushing artists through the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, that's something that was created to provide that same type of effect of what you're speaking.
And that's right. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Look what Steve Stout, he took his lane and provided to people who don't have that lane. It might be a contract involved. It might be a monthly payment. Something's involved. I get that.
It's rating. It's rating. It's you as for instance, look at the artists like Russ.
Right.
Fully independent, all on his own structure. You feel what I'm saying? Now, an artist like him really sets the standard for what he wants now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Technically, he did it when he started. It's just when he started, nobody paid attention to it. Nobody cared. But after selling who knows how many streams and who knows how many whatever he got passed through, now they have to pay attention to him because he can do the numbers.
He's competing numbers with mainstream shit.
Exactly. He's competing with mainstream, and he's technically not what you would consider mainstream.
Right. And my thing is, I get that,
It's
but they
making
should
yourself
stop
equal.
that. They should allow you to be equal within the realms, and if you don't make it, then you don't make it.
Yeah, but
they're not
that's
losing
the case.
anything.
We all be born rich, bro.
No, I'm not saying they give you the money. I'm saying they give you the opportunity to get there. You still got to make your own money. You still got.
No, I'm saying figuratively. If that was the case, we all be born rich. Bro.
Oh, of course, but
because if you think about it,
it's the
with the same
who-
as them. It's something that was created through financial standpoint. It wasn't just free.
Yeah,
so it can't
I'm
be
not asking
given
for
as
free
it can't be given
handout.
as that. It's like saying there are platforms and connections that are set up to where you can channel your way through to it.
Yeah.
But to just come right out and do it, what would be the sense of that? Ain't nobody proved nothing with that.
It's the same thing that they're doing though. It's if Fox was like, look, we got news and we got shows or whatever, but at the same time, if I offered you a sign up, where you can make a profile on Fox and you can stream your live shit, and Fox has a little category somewhere in their app that local TV shows, whatever, and you can pop up on there. You're not gonna get hundreds of views, and they were to the point where they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna get rid of you." They're just offering you Fox, and then you're putting your show on there. It just takes the customer to be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, so you want basically in terms you want more YouTubes.
If that's such a
more YouTubes.
Like that's
Those
such
are
a
other
drag
outlets.
way to say it, but yeah.
But you got to think about
YouTube
it. It's like saying YouTube would be an ABC. But after ABC, there's Fox, there's WB, there's UPN.
Yeah, but when it comes
after
to
YouTube in that world, there is no other YouTube.
Right, I know that, but there is other YouTubes.
Yeah, but technically,
but the what comes along with it. So YouTube, yeah, you got ads and shit like that you make money off of. But when you go to Fox, you got guaranteed shit. You got guaranteed ads, you got guaranteed companies that are major people, Ford, Chevy, like you got now Ford and Chevy money coming. That's what I mean. That's the difference. That's the difference from it being a YouTube
well, that's
or it
because
being
one
NBC.
is nationally televised and the other one is you have to personally be interested and go search for it.
Right. And
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I
saying?
mean by offering those different aspects of it. Like we have 30, 40 something YouTubes and Twitches, and we have all of that shit, right? And we watch thousands of people use these things. But when you watch a 50 Cent put his show on Fox, it's not even comparable.
Yeah, but 50 Cent.
I know he's in a different world, but you get.
I mean, he's in a different world, but also with him being in a different world, like I said before, it started from something else. The content he was creating through the shit for the web is what got those national syndicated networks to say we need that guy.
I get that because you know why the syndicated people, you know what the syndicated people know about people and ratings? Is that before you would watch a television show on YouTube, you'll go watch it on Fox.
Well, no.
As a majority of people.
No, what television and what those network people figured out is we need people like him. Without network and without any television exposure, he can still generate 10 million eyes to look at him when he wants to.
Only our age, maybe a little older and younger, watch shit here. Everybody else go home and have
but
cable.
I mean, it's not even talking about it in the sense of that. It's saying one man, whether he does it through YouTube, whether he does it through the internet, or whether he does it through a nationally syndicated network,
pull the views.
He can generate the attention.
Right, but I'm not talking about 50 in general himself. I'm just talking about what the executives know. Like you said,
that's what I'm saying. What they know.
People.
What executives know.
We can pull mad people with 50, but even if it wasn't 50, it was just anybody else. They're gonna pull more views than the YouTube would because of what people watch. It's not anybody's fault, but the person individually.
It's
like
easier to access.
Like you have you have ability to have Netflix, this and that, but you have a cable box. Why? Because in the cable box, you get a TV guide.
Easier to access.
Go right to the shit. On Netflix, you gotta be like, nah, I don't want that. What's this? You gotta go through 50 movies before you be like, let's go to the next 50 and see if I want to watch that one. You know?
That's the difference for me.
Right.
It's easier to access.
So as an
Point blank
artist,
period.
I
Cable,
want that easy access too.
Yeah, but the whole thing about it is like I was telling you, with the easy. All right, as an artist, you want the easy access. The easy access is to what?
The viewers, the people who are going to.
How do you feel like you don't have that already?
Why? Because I feel like on YouTube or Facebook is very selective. Because if you went to a video and it said it had 10 views on it, you might watch it because we're weird like that. But other people see 10 views and be like, that must be whack. They'll see 2 million views on it and immediately click on it. Like, damn, they got 2 million views? Let me see this. So it's very selective. You know what I'm saying? When you're on Fox, they got commercials for you. They got
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's selective. Because if there's something there that you don't want to see, you simply change the channel.
Right, but it's still pushed in your face. MELLO-ROOM doesn't get the advantage unless I do.
You want a driver, which is a national network.
Right.
That's what you want.
So why can't you give me a little bit of access to that? That's just like.
And you can. You pay for it.
Of course, I know that.
You fucking can. You pay for it.
I wasn't asking for anything for free. I was asking for the actual access. There's no apps. There's no profile fill out. There's no, hey, live stream your shit to Fox fucking app or ABC's app or this shit
I get what
app.
you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
But
So,
instead of it being that, it's, hey, pay this fee and your shit will be shown.
well, no, for Fox and ABC.
Pay this fee and your commercial will be shown.
No, for Fox and ABC, it's more like, come sit to this board meeting, show me your numbers.
You gotta approve it first.
Huh?
They gotta approve it first.
Yeah, come show
Oh, yeah,
me
no,
the
they
numbers,
definitely gotta
show me
approve
the
it.
show,
But once
show
they
me all
approve
that
it and
shit.
you in the rotation, then it's pay the fee.
Yeah, but if we can skip that,
That's a big
skip
win.
that, I'll pay
That's
the
a
fee,
big
but
if
I don't
and
wanna
when.
Sit down and have to
But
have
that's the
numbers and
thing.
all
Your
that.
content your content you provide to that network could make or break it.
Fact.
To the network?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, my
You think
nigga.
MELLO-ROOM will
Your
make or break,
content,
Fox,
and it's not saying just MELLO-ROOM. Anybody,
I don't think that's an
anything,
example.
any show, you can make or break that network. If the network generates 20 million eyes for the hour of 7 to 8 o'clock with the typical show that it shows right now,
Yeah.
and they give a no-name nobody that slot for 7 to 8 o'clock.
I think that's
it's
what
horrible.
I'm not talking about primetime TV. I'm talking about the apps. Fox has apps.
No,
ABC
I get
has
it.
apps.
Apps is different. And apps you can apply into all that, my nigga. It's just registering your shit with it.
No, you can't like put your content onto ABC apps or Fox apps.
Well, no, that's because their apps are tailored to their channels.
Yeah, to their channels.
It's tailored
that's
to
what
the
I'm
channel,
talking
so
about
it's getting into syndication.
Yeah,
which
Damn,
will
I got
give
this
you
fucking
the
shit
access.
hanging off my
But
face
in the
and all
sense
this
of it,
shit.
it's thinking of it in the same way. It can make or break a network. Because if it's content that nobody wants to see, or it's content that generates negativity,
Yeah, it was like some hair hanging in my face and shit.
probably was. But if it's content that generates negative for the network, they're not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, I dig what you're saying, and I also understand that you gotta pay for shit.
I get what you're saying, but with what you're saying, a lot of bullshit
I think
will
they
get a lot of bullshit would have to get picked through in order for you to find that one diamond in the rough.
and that's what I mean.
So they
like
make it harder. They
so
make it harder to get that access.
So
it's a lot of time and money wasted.
No, check this out.
Also,
though. So
you
it's
get what
like,
I'm saying?
It's like Fox has an app, right? Let's say it operates the same way YouTube does, where you can apply for your live status. They approve you. You can post videos or you can put live TV shows on it, right? It's just a section they have. Doesn't mean you gotta watch it. Like, you know, they have all these Fox shows or cartoons or whatever, and then they have a little subcategory, you know, where live feeds, local, whatever shit. They doesn't necessarily have to they don't have to necessarily say, hey, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because you're part of Fox, we're giving you all the benefits of the commercials of all these other syndicate shows. What they're saying is, when you draw enough numbers, then we can offer you more of those benefits. Okay, so like this. So like with the audio podcast on Anchor, they offered you ads, right? But you had to get 500 listeners on one thing for them for even add the ad on there. before you even get paid for the ad. So
they
I
make you
get
earn
that.
the help that you're getting.
That don't make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, what's Anchor? You know, Anchor is not what I'm talking
A
about.
platform that was developed.
But it's not a Fox. It's not an ABC. It's not
still
it's not Turner
something
Classic.
Of it. It's something of it.
It's so
it's
minute.
a
Category.
It is minute.
It's in the same category. It might not be as big.
That's my point.
But they're in the same category, doing something similar.
It's not as big or as broad of a stage,
Right.
but it is a network that was developed and created and built upon.
For that purpose.
And built upon.
Right.
It had to start. It wouldn't. It ain't just gonna start and then tomorrow Anchor is Fox. No, we know that.
No. It's
you
not.
know what I'm saying? We don't know that.
But for you Anchor not to take over Fox, you would believe Fox or ABC would offer something like that.
But you gotta look at it.
For Fire TV or Roku TV or Apple TV or Google TV or Facebook TV, for them to not take over Fox or take over ABCs, they have to offer these things.
Yeah, but in the sense of it, they don't even need them no more, which is what they're trying to show them.
I got a fun fact for y'all, but I want to say 90% of the businesses that shut down is because they don't have the intuition sometimes to have that insight and be like, yo, we need to do this as time changes.
Right.
And that'll make them spend money where 6 months down the line, they should have did it in a different way.
Right. Toys R Us.
Man, look.
Even though Toys R Us is not shut down, if you didn't know that.
Oh, yeah?
But
nah, they just closed their stores down.
They closed the stores down because they're like, you know what? Why are we paying for this light bill and this building? And motherfuckers are ordering shit to get sent to their house anyway.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
Nah,
I get what you're saying, too. And
saying.
I'm trying to say that, like, it could happen. It could be done. Those companies could do that because there are companies that do it. But because they're so more synonymous in that industry, giving artists that little bit of level would even boost them more. Not just the artist, it would boost them more.
See, and that's the thing. I don't see it as it would boost them more.
You know?
I see as they stand nothing to gain from it. That's why it's not attractive to them.
Right.
That's why it doesn't become attractive to them until anything. And they're not really till it's too late, till they stand something to gain from it. Yeah. It's not even till it's too late, because even when it's too late, they still have the money to get in on it.
Of course they do.
So it's never too late when it comes to them.
Yeah,
they can afford to wait.
Could be.
You feel exactly my
That's
point.
That's just like the entertainment business is that way.
Okay, but look what's going on right now. Like right now, they're trying to make everything video live to your face. You don't even go to the look at. They did all those news people and radio stations. They made them do shit at home now.
And but you got to look at it. The people who were already doing it and already in those positions and in those seats, they're the ones controlling that situation right now.
They're already good. They're good, but they still nowhere compared to those companies.
Yeah, and they not gonna be, my nigga. Them companies been around over 60-some years, man. Plus, it took time. The shit took time to develop. It took time to build. The same thing as with artists. You could do that. But let's say you open up that type of network and that station where it's only for independents and of independent artists.
So what if somebody like Sony offered a way for independent artists to post their music through a Sony distributor?
Now you talking.
But it's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How
to
is
be
it not
heard,
the same thing?
because to be heard is not going to cost as much as to give you a visual.
That's true too. But
money, it always comes down to money, bro. It always comes down to money.
But I wasn't worried about what the price was.
I get what you're saying. You just saying it should be there.
Right.
The option should be there.
Right.
And I get what you're saying with that. But for the option to be there and nobody to benefit from it, it'll never happen.
Yeah, of course, but
it'll never happen.
Life is all about perspective, man.
You feel what I'm saying?
It should be there to you.
Huh?
In your perspective, it should be there for you.
No, not for me.
I'm saying it should be there for the struggling artists that nobody ever gets to listen.
Yeah, they never gets the
That's
chance.
what I'm saying.
From their perspective,
What I get the struggling.
Because the person, my bad, who never gets the chance to be heard is still posting to YouTube and all that, and they still not getting heard. You get what I'm saying?
And I get that, but you got to also look at it. The person who that we are speaking about needs to put themselves in those areas.
Yeah,
as
better
well.
positions. True.
Like it's for instance,
It comes hand in
it's
hand.
just like if you are
It
an
comes
independent
hand in
artist.
hand.
If you're an independent artist, why haven't you been to South by Southwest?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why haven't you been to some of these music festivals that go on throughout a year at all these places? You know, if the same way you could put your money together and go on vacation with your lady and with your family,
Buy Jordans.
you can put the money, invest in yourself, put the money into yourself,
and be at these places
and attend to these places that
be
can
relevant.
better further you, make your name more relevant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it in a sense like that, yeah, all that shit's there. It's really just, are you gonna partake in it, or are you like, nah, I'm going over here to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't gotta partake in it. Don't look at it like, oh, because I don't partake in it, I'm not gonna come up. No, because sometimes it just happens to be that you have that sound, you have that.
It has everything to do with anything, and it's just being there. It's just being.
Yeah.
It's the energy. It's giving off that vibe, speaking into existence, doing into existence.
And that's pushing. You're willing your way into it.
Yeah.
But
well, we know that. But
I'm also
for the sake of the
saying
argument, it was. I feel still like when we're getting to where we are now, with people becoming more creative, we, as artists, need those outlets to become more available. Only for the fact that it reaches more people. It gives the individual, the independent person just a little bit. I'm not asking for 8:00 slot on Fox after Family Feud and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But if I got to deal with 10 episodes of your bullshit to get one episode of something good, it doesn't work. It plays no purpose.
Right, and I still feel like that it wouldn't even matter to them if it was like on an app type shit where, you know what I'm saying?
It really wouldn't, because at the end of the day, it'll be something along that app that'll get looked over unless they're attaching themselves to it.
Right, and I don't know how you build an app, so I don't know how much Fox would have to pay to add this for you to be part of that.
Well, I mean, even if it's free to add it,
right?
The whole thing is for them to display it, for them to push it. That's where the cost is going to come in. Even if it's free to add it and upload it to their network, the cost comes in when they gotta push it. So if they gotta push it, until they push it, it'll be something that'll sit there.
All right, so we're about to get out of here, but one last thing. So if it was to be like, you know, YouTube is like, you know, when they started, they're like, hey, check out this new option. You got video content, you can load it up. What if you started seeing like those commercials on TV? You know what I'm saying? Would you still be like, nah, fuck Fox, I'm gonna just stay with YouTube?
Nah.
That's what I mean.
It upgraded.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. There is things behind it, but it's just as easy as them to do it that it is YouTube and Facebook to do it nowadays. If we were talking when this first started, then I would probably totally be 100% on what you're saying. But nowadays, especially with all this transition and 5G and all that shit, I think there's a potential for major cable broadcasting companies, even radio broadcasting companies, to start giving slight fucking assistance to independent. Not assistance. I'm not saying, hey, we're gonna find you the label to sign you, or we're gonna find you the company to give you commercial money. Just offering the shit that all these little people are starting for people, you know, with Twitches and YouTubes and Anchors and...
Yeah, but those are just apps, my nigga. Those are things that they're setting out for the world that you can embark on it if you like. If not, pass it along.
Right. I
you know what I'm saying? With those networks you talking about, it's
100% geared to what it is you want to do. It's almost goddamn like you're signing up for a career for that shit.
Well, in the sense of the apps, yeah.
You know, if you're, I mean, I guess I get it. All right, so what you're saying is, all right, I got a half-hearted motherfucker, and I'm gonna let him sign on to my Fox app versus the nigga who's 110% into what he's doing. Yeah, I get that probably is like a loss for them, right? So, I mean, in some way, you have to kind of like monitor that.
You got to weed out the bullshit.
Right, but at the same,
and they don't want to pay a A&R like a music label would.
Right.
So,
To weed out the bullshit.
Right.
So what they're saying is we give you things like smartphones. We give you shit to where you can capture your own content and create a buzz or feedback for it.
Right. And then we'll reach out to you.
If it gets to our ears, you graduated, bro.
If
You know what I'm saying?
offer it.
Yeah, it would be easier, but how much BS?
And then you can send me an email and be like, hey, man, it's been 2 weeks and you
a lot of BS. You had to
it was
deal
that
with
easy,
too much
everyone
BS,
would
bro.
do it. It's one of those things where if it was that easy, everyone would do it. So they can't make it easy.
No, I don't want them to make it easy. I just felt, I feel.
You want it to be fair.
Yeah, if you want to call it fair, I just want to be like, I just wanted to see it there. I just wanted to be seen accessible. It doesn't mean I want to.
It's like, for instance, independent
doesn't
artists.
mean I want to use it.
It's like, for instance, though, independent artists that make their own videos and things like that. You can register your video with Spectrum, and they play your video on their Music Choice channel.
But again, that's a cable provider.
Yeah, but still, it's still getting on a syndication.
Service provider.
Huh?
Service
provider. But it's
and
still,
then you even got to get the shit that got the 1,000 channels on it to get there.
it's still getting the chance to. It's still getting the chance for people to see your shit.
Right.
Which will then, in turn, okay, people like it. Now they're voting for it.
Yeah.
Now, all right. Now they want it for this channel because they want to play it on this channel where they play videos.
Right.
Hey, that
It's levels.
That $150 cable bill with that 1,000 channels, they pay for that.
Yeah.
They pay for that little bit extra to get that. So
right.
A little bit of that could go towards.
Not everybody paying that $150 for
yeah,
that.
right.
For that
So
extra
not
luxury.
everybody seeing your video, motherfucker.
Exactly.
But on the Fox app, it costs $5.99, nigga.
Okay.
On the ABC app, it's $6.99 a month.
See, but for instance, that's the difference. Look at what all these apps. You saying it costs this. But even when you pay that and you get that limited access, there's still other. You know what I'm saying? There's still other ways they asking you to buy into their shit.
Right. Of course, and even YouTube does that. Even Facebook does that.
Which is why I say I'd just be like, fuck them from the beginning and just go with the main source.
Right. But I still think it should be accessible only because of where we're at in life. I think we're flooding this small market.
I think it's accessible. I think you're just overlooking the method of what it takes to get there. Because it's not just gonna be let me submit my video.
No. I'm not talking about.
Let me submit my TV show and now here it's an option for Fox to play.
No. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. We're trying to set it up to where you are putting it onto Fox, not, hey, Fox, do you like this?
I get what you're saying, but even if you are putting it onto Fox is what I'm saying. If it's bullshit,
there's got to be a screen.
What the fuck is the purpose of putting it onto Fox?
Yeah. There's got to be
somebody might like that shit.
There's got to be a pre-screen though. You can't just.
My whole thing is that if it's worth being put onto Fox, somebody already seen it. Whether it be through the internet, whether it be through. It's like, for instance, Top Shotters. Great fucking movie.
Right. Yeah.
Was passed around. That shit was air passed.
Yeah.
That wasn't put in no big theaters.
That was a bootleg.
But that movie generated more money than movies that did hit the box office.
I get that.
So at the end of the day, it didn't matter whether it hit box office or not. None of that mattered.
And I'm not saying that I need to be on Fox to be syndicated Fox. I'm just saying how come they don't offer it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I feel like we're talking about movie production, like I gotta talk to a director and shit. I'm talking about just streaming.
Yeah, no, service. I get what you're saying, and my nigga, I completely get what you're saying. It doesn't
have to be good. It don't have to be bad. And it's just streaming to it and allowing it to be there. Like if that was the case, YouTube should have not allowed people that suck to be on there either.
Yeah, but Fox didn't start off as a streaming provider. Their whole thing is syndication. So they're crossing over into a new world.
Right.
They didn't just start off with, this is what Fox is, like a YouTube. That's why you got a lot of bullshit on YouTube. Because that's what YouTube was designed for.
Right.
You can put the bullshit here, you can put the good shit here.
Right.
It don't matter.
Right, yeah.
That's not what those other shits were designed for.
It's still YouTube, so it's just like, how far is that gonna go before we're 50 years in and they're trying to recognize YouTube as like Fox Century Fox and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, technically, it ain't that far from it.
It's not.
It's content at your fingertips.
It's not that far from it, but like you said, you're talking syndicate shit too, so you got like this whole
it's a bigger brand. It's a bigger table. It's a bigger group of people behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Syndication is the masses.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Really quick.
It could be done.
YouTube is Leon Cohen and that other dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
forget his name too. But it still could be done. It's just it's simple to be done. I feel like it's just that
I think it's simple to be done, but it would be a waste.
It would be a waste
for companies,
for Fox.
for those companies, and that's why it doesn't happen. Because who wants to waste money?
Nah, it wouldn't be a waste of money.
Can I give y'all my perspective?
Content. What?
I feel like you got to think about it like it's from this perspective. Like, let's say it's an artist that's an amateur starting from scratch. They put in their content up on YouTube. It's free. That's the best thing for them.
Right.
At that point. At some point, you got to think about where they're going to go from there. Eventually, they want to go to the big stage, right?
Yes.
But why would somebody pay for a concert ticket when all of their best material is free on YouTube? So you got to think about, at some point, there got to be exclusivity. Exclusivity?
Yeah, right.
Did I say that right?
No, you said it right.
It got to be that towards. It got to be that toward you. You got to be able to sell out the garden and not have your content on YouTube so that somebody can go buy the concert ticket.
Right.
You know, you got to think about it like that as well.
I totally
dynamic.
agree with that. But at the end of the day, that's apple and oranges still.
Yeah, but if you make a channel like what you're talking about for Fox, whatever the case may be, where's the exclusivity in it?
It's my channel through Fox.
So for you, it's exclusive. But where is the exclusivity in it? Where is
your fans?
Where is the net? Where is the show that's getting all the buzz in the street? That's making these people want to go to you.
To you? That's
because if not, they're just going to Fox.
In that concept, I would think about it like a pay-per-view.
No, because
if
at
it's
the
on
end of the day,
YouTube,
YouTube is just giving you the opportunity for it to be shown.
But
when it comes down to whatever gets done with that project, they gotta go to you.
The product itself is what's exclusive.
Anybody that wants peace or wants in on that project, they gotta go to you.
Right.
They're not going to YouTube.
Take
I
for
know
example,
it'd be the same thing with Fox.
Take for example, like
why?
Because once you get to them syndicated networks and all that, you lose rights.
Yo, take for example, if you're a boxing, if you're a boxing promoter,
we're not talking about Facebook. We're talking about YouTube. You don't lose rights to your shit on YouTube.
If you're a boxing promoter, are you gonna want your boxing event to be hosted on YouTube or on pay-per-view?
All right. You're gonna want it on pay-per-view because
On
people
syndication.
will pay for the boxer that they know to fight on pay-per-view. But the same boxer that don't have that notoriety is not going to pay-per-view. He's going to YouTube, right? But at the same time, what I'm talking about is I'm not talking about buying into a contract with Fox. I'm talking about filling out a profile like you do Facebook, and you just uploading your video to it.
But that's my whole point is why would a boxer sign up for that when they want to be on pay-per-view at the end of the at the end of the road?
That's exactly
they want to
what I'm
end up
saying.
on pay-per-view. They don't want to end up on YouTube.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If Fox offered a way to have a profile to upload your shit, they don't have to be like this is a Fox produced thing. It's just more people watch Fox, so they might happen to come across your shit, which gives you more exposure versus it being YouTube, which you have to search through it for more because there's so much more bullshit
I get what
in
you're
there.
saying, but if it's Fox, my point is even if they gave you that type of what you're asking,
and I got what you said about
they're
that.
not gonna put it
doesn't
anywhere where it can be
benefit for
seen
them.
because it's no benefit for them.
It takes away from Fox's product
but
and
if
service.
you already have a name and you submit content to them,
but
and they could put a little icon in a corner
But
of
now
their screen.
you're just an employee of Fox though.
Either way, you're gonna be an employee of them.
Contracted.
Huh?
They don't mind being contracted.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Now you're an employee of Fox.
But either way you go about it, you're gonna be an employee.
Well, no, with a profile that I just upload streaming to, that doesn't make.
You still gotta sign up and go through.
You just gotta sign a profile, like you do with. You gotta sign the terms and agreements, just like you do with Google, just like you do with Facebook or anybody else. You fill out your terms and agreements, whatever they may be. You gotta read that shit because a person like Fox probably would be like in the fine print, like, we take 70% of all the shit you make. But if that's the case, then you don't do it. But I'm just saying, like, as far as the exposure part, to worldwide, who would watch what? You know what I'm saying? If big companies like that offered more backdoor ways in, it's good for the artists. I don't give a shit about them.
I think as long as there's a YouTube or something like that,
it will never happen.
They don't need it at that point.
I think as long as there's a YouTube and all these other windows, there's always a backdoor access for those networks.
Yeah.
So it already exists.
But the backdoor access is for the networks to come and open it for you and be like, here, we got a contract and some money.
Yeah, exactly.
My backdoor
you want to perform at this event?
Your backdoor access is saying here.
Like they opened the door for me and I came in.
Yeah,
and
but your
like,
backdoor access look what you're saying. Your backdoor access will lead to you exposing content to mass viewers for nothing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you could have got paid for it, which is their point exactly.
No,
why
you still got the ads.
You get what I'm saying?
No, you still got the ads though.
That's why I brought up the boxer. Like
you got ads on YouTube.
Yeah, it works the same way.
You get ads on everything.
But YouTube is limited to their ads versus Fox. Fox got Ford, Chevy,
what you're saying,
NFL.
What you're saying is I would submit my content for free.
Yeah,
this is what you're saying. What you're saying is I'll submit my content to Fox for free so that they ain't got to push it or nothing. I just want it to be seen on Fox's app when I open the app.
And then they have ads for that. It's the same way YouTube works.
Now, I get what you're saying. But on the same note, like I was explaining, on one end, it's a loss, on a complete loss. It's not a help or benefit to them at all.
You're actually saying you want Fox to help you take them over.
Nah,
that's what you're saying.
Like you guys are taking everything I'm saying wrong.
Because
all I'm saying is like
it's not taking what you're saying wrong.
Yeah,
it's just saying that there's no.
You know how this works, right?
It's saying that they're partners, basically.
Then you're partners with YouTube. Then
you are.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but the commercials, the ads that
you are, but until you get a certain amount of views on your YouTube, they don't even know you exist.
Right, but
so what recognition is it? You're a partner with them right now and you don't know it.
Yes, but
until you get the numbers they need you to get, they're not even gonna look your way.
But you can still add ads to your videos, right?
Great,
offer. They offer those ads. When those ads get played, you get generated money per view. Fox could do the same thing. They can do the same exact thing, but the profit would be bigger because we're talking about NFL. We're talking about Ford. We're talking about Kellogg's. We're not talking about Squarespace.
That's why they're so exclusive.
Thank you. That's what
they have
creates
that
the
network,
exclusivity.
and they're not gonna give. It's just like, you know what I mean. If you know the man down the street that got the sneaker hookup, you're not gonna tell everybody about the man down the street with the sneaker hookup. You're just gonna show up.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Like sneakers.
And what network of business does that work like that?
Everybody's doing it.
Where?
We just named like 30 of them besides Fox and ABC who don't do it.
Well, who we name, Mike? Everybody else is, like you said.
Yeah, YouTube,
it's
Facebook.
And like you said, they're not on their level. They're not on their scale.
Right.
They're on a different... They're in a different...
They get lower ads.
So my point exactly. They're doing it in their world, in their way. Which in return, when they get enough people to look into their world...
YouTube hasn't been around for that long.
It hasn't.
That's my point exactly. Like I said, one's been around 60, 70 years. Once they get those eyes on them, they will be them.
And it's also the dynamic of YouTube came around, you know what I mean, after internet came around. If it was no internet...
It's still possible. It's very possible that those people can do that.
They don't want to.
No, it's possible to be done, but it stands no benefit.
It does. It does. It's the same thing. It's ads, really. It's all ads and
so
and
you'd be better off just creating an ad, turning your shit into an ad and paying for an ad slot time to push your content or your view.
I feel like if they gave that access, it gives the way for somebody to come out and be better than, you know what I'm saying, be bigger and better than them. And make it so you don't even have to go through them.
No, because it's just like how everything else works. You post your content, they put the ads into the content, and the more views you get, it means more ads get shown. Once the ads build up, then you get a little percentage of how much the ads been played. You get a percentage of
That's
that.
not always the thing, though.
That's
'cause you don't
exactly
see
how
an ad.
YouTube works.
No, not always, because not
That means they
necessarily.
didn't add the ad to their video.
Yeah, but
you have to
that's why I
physically
say
go
on
in
YouTube,
there.
you don't, because there's certain shit you go to and you may look at it right now and it may show an ad for when you popped up and viewed it.
Right.
I may go on it 20 minutes later and look at it and there's no ad when I view it. It goes right into it.
Right, and that's how they set it up. Like, I don't set it up to add ads to the video. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So in the sense of them, you would obviously be paying in, and there's terms and conditions based on the ads that you're getting, because you're getting really good ads. So you're obviously gonna have to pay in a little bit, and you're gonna have to meet certain criteria, right,
Yeah.
for a company like that. But it's possible.
Yeah, but that's just
They
like
could
saying
do
with
it.
that. They could show, that's like saying, all right, your ad, for instance, your video that you don't get much traction. You only get like 5 views a day. As opposed to a person that their video's getting 100,000 views a day. They're not a good ad. They could control what ads they put into what videos. So at the end of the day, it's still money
They
being
could.
involved. There's still a lot that goes to that shit.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a loss nor a gain in the company for them that is so significant that they couldn't offer it. The loss or the gain would come from me. More.
Why don't they do it? What you got to think? Why
The
don't they
loss
do
or
it?
gain would be more because I'm doing all my own production.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
got
my own
exactly.
thing.
Why wouldn't they be doing it already? And in the sense of it, like it said, why wouldn't it be a loss or a gain? It would be a loss for them because even if your content is under their app, network, whatever the case may be, nobody will know it's there until you tell somebody.
You generate enough views.
Until you tell somebody. Because to have them say anything about your show, whatever it is you got going on there,
Costs money.
would exactly. Would
Yeah, and
cost
that's
money.
what I'm not saying for them to advertise my shit.
So this is why I say they lose, because what is the point? What is the point of you being able to say, oh yeah, man, go to the Fox app and check out my shit because I'm on there?
Right.
It's like what we do right now. We on Facebook, but we telling people go to YouTube
Fox
and check out our
reach
show.
more people than YouTube.
It's just like what we doing right now. We're on Facebook and we're telling people to go to YouTube and check out the MELLO-ROOM for our
because
reason.
these are the services that we're provided.
And it's still to no avail. So it's really it's our time to waste.
Because at the end of the day, because if I added ads to YouTube right now and I made $1 every show on the ad, on Fox it'll be $2.
On Fox, it'd be more because it's a grand
That's
scale.
my point. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. That like for a grander scale of what they do, they could offer what the smaller services do and better, because they would give and it could be limited because like you said, because of what we're talking about. Just like with the Sony thing I said. If Sony was offering a free streaming service where they can stream your music and it's being given to higher levels of people, more access to what it is.
Like
they don't
with
have
Spotify,
they don't,
Tidal,
right,
with all of them.
because Spotify did it. But we're talking about the actual major labels that make the music that give to Spotify to play. You get what I'm saying?
Well, nowadays it's not. Nowadays it's an artist that's making the music to give
and
to
they
Spotify.
send to Spotify.
You submit your work to Spotify.
Right.
You submit your work to
Right.
Tidal, Apple Music,
and
all
you
that.
have no backing. If a major label puts some backing into it, it's just that little bit more of a notch up,
Yeah,
right?
but that's also one more person that got to eat from your pie when
True.
it's time to cut
Very
that
true.
pie.
Very true. Very fucking true. I'm not saying that.
So you
I'm
got
not saying that any of the details in between wouldn't be there.
Oh,
I'm not
of
saying
course.
that. I'm just saying that it's just that little bit of little bit more of exposure. You know what I'm saying? It's like who votes for the fucking top notch people to be in the Emmys and shit. People don't even really fucking know that. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
board.
Right. So it's like you as even as an artist that big don't even get that much access. You get what I'm saying? Even if they gave just some more access for you to handle it, for you to be able to step into their world and handle it for yourself, then you can fail and say, I fucked up my Fox deal. Not Fox fucked me over. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like it's the opportunities there. It's just not there with the
Yeah, it's there, but it's there, like you said, just
and
like how we've been doing
company
it.
ain't gonna give you the opportunity.
It's there. It's there. It's just how we've been doing it for the past how many centuries, where we posting our own shit, we put in our own.
It hasn't been like that for the past centuries though, because we didn't have the internet.
No,
we didn't
besides
have the
internet.
ability to create
Before
content.
internet was on the foot.
We didn't have
Then
the
after
ability
Trump.
to create content and put it in front of the world. We didn't have that ability.
Right, I know. Before then, it was on foot and out the trunk, the world in which you lived in.
Yeah.
But it was still the same concept. It still
And
became
look
the
at how
concept.
hard those people hustled and put that work in to get when it was out the trunk and
That's
that type
why,
of shit.
and that's why they won't give the access, because of that amount of hard work that needs to get put into what they're
Right.
giving you.
Right, and then I'm not saying that you just give it to anybody. That was my point. Is that you gotta have some kind of stipulations. You gotta, and there's terms and it's pay the money.
He said you gotta
Not even
money.
pay the money. Not even pay the money. You gotta remember
You
there's
gotta have
terms
the
and
views.
conditions.
It's views.
Yeah, how much views do you
It's
pull?
views.
You
Today,
gotta,
money is in turn
that
of views.
translates.
it's all an
translates into that
application.
money.
It's filling out a profile. It's being like, okay, what's the name of your show? How much views you do a week? What do? You got this, that, and how many fans? What you got? Blah, blah, blah. You fill these things out. They can obviously go over and be like, okay, you're accepted. Some shit. There's ways to be like weed out easier than what you think.
Yeah,
There's
but that's
easier
hard
ways.
to do when you can always fake your stats.
Nah, you can't fake your stats.
Yes, you can, my
if
nigga.
you're
It's
like-
just like on Instagram with some of these models. They pay for them likes and all that shit, my nigga.
Oh, I
You
don't
can't
know
let
about
that shit fool you, my
But
nigga.
likes versus views,
My nigga,
like
they
interactions.
buy likes and all that shit, which in turn
I know
opens you
that.
up to opens you up to much other
But that's
shit.
likes. I'm talking about viewership. Like
If you bought a like it, thank you,
It's the same thing.
thank you.
All
Ed.
right, so in my restream, I get a report. On my restream, I get a report.
Mhm.
It showed me how many people click in, how long you stayed and watched.
Mhm.
How, you know what I'm saying? How many people stayed for a certain amount of time and watched, like as a group.
Mhm.
How many I get regular. Like that's broken down. Those are not bought statistics. You know
They
what I'm
could
saying?
be.
Those are real statistics, though. You're looking at real time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
he's
about.
looking at them in real time, but even in real time, you can still buy them.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
mean,
he's
I don't
saying
know how
yours,
you buy
yours.
statistics and the numbers and times, but I get what you're saying. There's probably a way
you
around
really-
it, but that's inevitable, nigga. They fucking forge money every day and shit.
Yeah, my
So-
nigga, that's my point though. It can be done, which is what is helping a lot of these people get to where they trying to go. Some of them are faking it till they make it.
Oh, I
and
know
they
that.
getting where they need to be through faking it.
I know that. That's been like the age-old fucking cliche bullshit. my whole
Yeah, I
entire
mean, you
life.
get some people they get fucking. You got fucking 2.5 or not even. I ain't even gonna say that high of a number. I'm gonna be
He said
realistic.
2.5.
I'm gonna be realistic. You got fucking 17 or let's say I ain't even gonna go that high. You got 5,000 likes under a picture, but you only got fucking 25 comments.
Yeah, of course. I know that. We all know that. Like that Instagram and like shit, I mean, I've never based anything off of that, right? But when I can pull a real number from like the shit that I use, a real stream to show you how many minutes I'm pulling viewers in and shit like that, that matters.
Yeah, but when you pull if they pull a report on that person and what they're doing, that's gonna matter too, because you're gonna see the 500 likes there.
Yeah, but likes-
that could potentially help them get a check.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because the number's there.
Likes
The
versus
number's there, but
A
the
breakdown?
interaction isn't there.
likes versus a
Oh,
breakdown.
it's not as much.
Right, but,
Exactly.
But likes versus a breakdown where it shows me one viewer watched
But
for
that
20 minutes,
breakdown,
or they
what I'm
click,
saying is
like,
that
they
breakdown
engaged.
can be bought stats as well, my nigga.
I don't know how you buy
Any stat
that
can be
stat.
padded.
I don't know how you buy that stat.
Any stat can be padded.
Restream sends me an email after every show. It tell me 3 viewers engaged for 20 minutes. 5 viewers stayed for the whole time. 6 viewers came in. You had a total of 10 people that showed up. You know, like it break it down even to it'll be like 20 minutes in, 3 people
I
joined.
get what you're saying. Now, if you put a post out there or an ad that if they tuned in and they reshared, you sending them a naked pic or something,
Right.
you would have a lot more of your reshares and restreams. That's padding your stats, my G.
No, that's No,
That's not getting a pure number off of a stat. That's padding a stat.
No, that's not padding the stat. They showing me who tuned in.
And exactly. And like I said, if you had something of a creative bargaining chip to where for every person that tuned in or whatever the case may be, they're getting something in return.
Oh man,
which,
but that's not
padding your stat, which in return is what I'm saying.
Everybody does that. Even all hip hop artists have niggas go buy 10,000 albums just so they can hit the fucking the platinum mark.
My point is anybody
stat
can be padded, my nigga. Because you just said, I don't know how you could do that. I don't know how you could do that. I just told you how you could do that.
Because the likes, you can literally go to.
I just told you how you could do that.
Because like likes on Instagram, all you have to do is go to this thing.
Button.
No, go to this thing, bro, and they have a thing where you sign up for them and you fucking click on that shit and they send it out to mad people and people like it and
likes.
Yeah,
I know that. But that's just
different.
like I said, any stat can be padded, my G.
Right, I know that. That's you telling me that, but that's silly. That's like I definitely would go like if I was making 5,000 views a week and I needed 5,020, I'm definitely going to 20 people that week and being like, yo, I'll give you $10 to tune in for fucking half an hour.
But my point to you is that it ain't always the cash now. Because you bring up the Instagram models. My point to you is they have bargaining chips, not cash.
Right.
Ass.
Right.
So at the end of the day, with their bargaining chip, they're able to create that content and traffic. You get what I'm saying? What you saying is, all right, I could look at these numbers. These are statistics. Those statistics, what I'm trying to tell you, is they can be padded. How you pad them is your business.
Right.
But any stat can be padded.
That's still irrelevant to the fact that if my stat numbers are still a number versus a like. A like is just, anybody can accidentally like your shit.
I get what you're saying, but my point to you is that what sense does that make if let's say, for instance, you and another show sit down. You put out your stats, the realistical stats.
Right.
They put out their stats. Bullshit, bought out stats.
Right.
What difference does your stats make at that point?
Just the fact that
they're natural?
For me, it would be I know it's real, but it don't matter eventually, I guess, because if we're talking about ad space and how much you get paid for those stats, it doesn't matter, right? But it still matters more than would it be a like. It's still like we said, everybody does that. Rappers do it.
Yeah, everybody does it. It's just how it's putting this shit together so it'll sell, basically.
Right, I know, but at the end of the day, those stats, those minutes, thing about sales, those stats that show my numbers and viewers would still be relevant for a contract to be signed up with a Fox or an ABC.
Contract, but it's like, for instance, how many people get contracts and then after the contract it's a piece of shit?
Okay, that's the gamble, though. That's the gamble, though.
Yeah, but it's padded stats.
That's the gamble.
I feel like it is what it is. I don't feel like it's that bad if, let's say, like you said, like you trying to go, an artist is trying to go platinum and they sold 999,000 copies.
Right. And then they
just need one more 1,000 copy to sell. I'm gonna buy. If I'm the artist, I'm gonna buy it my goddamn self.
Or offer somebody some money to go buy your album.
I'm gonna pass them out for free. I'm already platinum if I sold 999,000.
Right. I get that. Even if you're trying to pad a number on your show just to prove you need the contract from them. The end result is even if you padded 10 numbers. Once you get on Fox and you can make those 10 numbers up, they're not gonna notice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Scale,
like
on a small scale, it's not that bad.
Because what if you get, like I said, what if you get there and you don't get the views? You don't get none of that.
But how much you exaggerating? Like if you come to me and you say, yo, I'm making 500 views a week, and you're only making 2 when I
that's
put
not
you on
exaggeration
that
when you padding your stats.
What I was just saying is like this: if you're an artist and you sold 999,000 copies, you just need 1,000 more to go platinum. If I'm the artist, I'm gonna buy it myself and then just pass those out. That's understandable. I already went platinum. If I sold 999,000.
Right, and I get that part of it. But look what you said: 999,000 compared to 1,000 versus 1,000 views that I forged and I only get 2. Eventually, you're fucking yourself. But if I'm making 400 and I padded it 200, when those 200 I'll make up quick once I'm on Fox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, okay, he got his
On a
numbers.
small
and shit.
scale is a good idea, but on a big scale, it's
Right.
better.
Like I said, it's not. I was not trying to bring it to where I'm talking about we get the whole Fox searchlight in the beginning of our show, and and they got Simpsons characters running in the bottom.
As simple as an icon.
Right. I'm talking about something as simple as a YouTube where you're like, this is Fox, but you fill out a profile, you fill out this terms and conditions.
Fox 2.
Right, you got
Fox
2.
Fox 2.
Right, and the only difference is that, like you said, they've been here for so long that once you hear Fox, it might just take it just a little bit more of that in your mind to be like, I'm gonna click on it. Right? When you hear YouTube, a lot of the problems is you'll be like, another YouTube bullshit. It's even like this. When you try to have intellectual conversations with people, and they be like, oh, you watch YouTube videos. It make me want to say, well, where the fuck do you find information from, bro? Is there floating libraries? Do you go to the library and sit in there and read books all day? No, you get everything from the internet, whether it's Wikipedia, YouTube, all that shit. But when you hear YouTube, people automatically be like, it's YouTube bullshit.
No, it all depends on what you're talking about, though, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, you saying YouTube like, oh, all right, you went to YouTube and you watched this. No, if you talking about a certain specific type of thing, that, like, say for instance, all right, you're looking up something on YouTube on how to fix something.
Right.
That's something, okay, you're looking at it on YouTube, you're watching it. But on YouTube, you're going to see 4 or 5 different videos of it.
To watch it. I mean,
4 different ways to fix it.
Check it out, though. You also got that one mechanic that will tell you this is how you fix it, and he ain't even right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you feel what I'm saying?
Now we're talking about what I'm talking about. In YouTube, you can have bullshit in it, right? In Fox now, when they vet you, you can't have bullshit in it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're backed by Fox, but it's still allowing you to come in there somehow. Whether it's vetted, whether you're paying $100 a month just to be on the profile of the shit, it's still a better, accessible program for people who want to do real art and are not going to bullshit on it, for them to get a way better, quicker following.
And I think they have that already. Just not, you want it to be with a Fox. A Fox doesn't need that.
So
ABC doesn't need that.
I was like, so in my head, right, I was like, I'm going to bring up a conversation that's going to last, but not this goddamn long. So what I brought this up for is because I talked to you about it and talked to you about it. They are offering a program for us to be on Roku TV, Fire TV,
streamable services.
TVs where we have our own channel on those things.
Streamable services.
Right. So I was thinking about doing it, and that's why I wanted to talk about the see how much it would make.
I think that's dope because I think I can build myself to a Fox.
Right.
I don't need a Fox to say.
And the reason I said Fox is because I didn't want to bring up an actual
or fucking ABC, CNN. So, I don't need none of them.
Roku TV, Roku and Apple TV, they're big things, and Fire TV, they're all big synonymous names in TV, but not like Fox and shit. But it does give you the chance, and that's why I really was.
It gives you the opportunity.
That's why I was interested in it, because I was like, this is about the closest you getting to them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like, I wanted to see as far as like us individually how we thought about it, how it would work, and then look at it too, man. Like how much more people you got a Fire Stick. I got Roku. You know, we be bored at the end of the day. We start flipping. You see a fucking S10. What the hell is this? You know,
I think that's dope because I use it, but I'm also a person that I have both.
So now I have to do like this little meeting with it to find out. See, now this is where we're gonna fall into. Where's my terms and conditions? Do I gotta have so many views a week to keep this? You know, so that's why I kind of brought it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I just wanted to see what people's minds. Because
well, if you're paying a fee for it, though, I was
concerned about it because first of all, I gotta do like a phone interview live demonstration shit. It sounds funny anyway, but
if you're paying like a small fee, no, I understand that, but if you're paying like not right now because it's something new and a startup, so it's access to everybody.
Yeah.
But let's say they tighten the ropes on it. And
well, it's not access to everybody. It was a small ad I came across, so if you've seen it, then it's everybody. But until they start popping it up like YouTube ads and shit. I don't think it's for everybody right now.
All right. Well, my thing is, if it was something where you would be paying, then they'll branch off. But if they giving you the option to just build your own channel,
right? And that's
fuck it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm interested in it, because like if they're giving me an opportunity to just sign up like that and just stream my videos to a channel that they kind of set up. Obviously, we don't have servers and fucking shit like that.
Do.
Yeah, right. So obviously we're gonna have to use their servers and all that shit. But like I said, man, if it's that much more of an access, right, to that much more of people, why not? Like, so now we fall into like, well, shit, man, if Roku and Apple and all them niggas gonna do it, will Fox do it? Will ABC do it?
Nope.
We'll see.
They're solidified, bro.
I was about to say, we will see.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, so I didn't want to take it that far, but that was a pretty good conversation. But see, that's I was fucking worried about it all weekend. Like how, like it made sense, but how much sense does this fucking make? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's driving something new, man, and that ain't gonna make no sense at first.
Yeah,
you gotta weigh out the good and the bad.
Right.
And with some of it, it ain't gonna make sense. You just until you put yourself to it.
Right, so I'm gonna find out till tomorrow afternoon what it entails. Though.
For you to weigh it out.
I won't find out till tomorrow afternoon what it entails, like whether or not we gotta pay money or. But you guys are with it. If whatever it entails, you with it?
Yeah, for the most part. But you gotta look at it this way. You gotta if it's building a channel, then you gotta have some content.
I know that, and we have ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it starts with, the ideas. So we have plenty of ideas. It's just more of how I just built a pro and con conversation on basically what it is it entails, where we're going to go with this, where this could lead to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was just my take on this shit. I still think Fox and ABC and all that shit still... like, they make so much money, it wouldn't even be a loss nor a gain. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Them niggas ain't doing it, bro.
It's not a loss or a gain for them, yo.
For them, if it ain't
it's
no gain,
just like adding
it ain't
another
no
service
sense.
to they fucking...
If it ain't no gain, it ain't no sense. It don't make sense to them if it ain't no gain. They're already in that position.
It's like Amazon adding on phone service now.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm
you gotta
saying?
look at it. Shit, that's gonna be another route. It's a route for all of them. Spectrum did it.
What?
Got phone service.
Oh yeah, cell phone service.
Yeah, they got it now. They open access all the way across the board. Cell phone service, house phone service, internet service, streaming, all that shit. They got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like I said before. That's dope. That with Spectrum, you can submit your art to them, and they'll play it on their music choice channels.
Yeah, you know what? I knew that, but you still gotta have those channels to watch the goddamn shit.
You gotta have Spectrum to watch some channels. That's the whole thing. Yeah. So you're gonna have to have something.
Well, I would assume that it's Spectrum in Florida and something other name in a different state, but it's the same people, right?
Well, yeah, because cable.
Because wasn't Comcast and something else that?
Well,
we had
Time
down
Warner.
here?
Time Warner used to be Spectrum.
And Comcast is part of Time Warner, I think.
It was Bright House before.
Bright House.
And it was Bright House.
Comcast was part of Bright House.
Yeah, but
Which is
Bright
now-
House bought
Those companies
Comcast.
merged, and it all depends on how the companies move and stuff like
Same thing the cell phone industries are doing right now. How Metro's merging with T-Mobile and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Same
Well,
thing.
whatever, man. It was just, and it's an idea that I'm jumping into, and I also think it was a pretty good topic to discuss about how letting artists be more in control on a top level than letting a top executives handle the artist shit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah. So that took us totally out of left field.
Yep. Damn sure did. Took us 2 hours and some change.
It was a fast 2 hours though, right?
Man, you had the 3 hour mark.
I'm at 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'm in 2 hours on that conversation, nigga.
Conversation, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, so this is Mellow Room, man. Sometimes we get into it, sometimes we don't.
You already know. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with us, man. We appreciate the love, man. Like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, pass it around like hell, and make sure it come back to me.
Yeah, man. Shout out Ears Printing. Shout out Crave Desserts at icravedessert.net. Go to studio1025.com for all your Mellow Room merch, your coalition music, your beats and your production from the Jedi Masters, your beats and your production from Two Lifted, and that's everything. Yeah, that's fucking it. You can watch this video again.
Like it. Yeah.
You can watch this video again on YouTube, Facebook.
If you got 3 hours to kill.
Or Studio 1025. So if you missed the beginning of this shit, you can go to any one of those three, man, and rewatch that. What else, man? Yo, just shout out to everybody just listening. Shout out to everybody who sent us music. Send more music, man.
Yeah, man.
If you're an artist, you like to draw, man, email us, man. We're gonna work something out. Talking with Ed, man. We're gonna do some shit where we start getting artists in here and start maybe auctioning off they shit, man. Getting people to call in and sign up, man. You know, if you want to call in the studio while we live, I do have a phone number that you can reach. It's 407-930-0307. You can hit us up, conversate with us live, or you can hit us up and book your session with Cypher or Two Lifted or a podcast with me. You know, come get your work done, man. Get your art out there. I'm not Fox or ABC and shit, but I'll do my best to get you there. You know what I mean?
We'll get it out.
Hell yeah. Anything you got, Uz?
Nah, you already know, man. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with us, man. I appreciate the love, man. Let us know what we could do, you know what I mean? Details, likes, comments, we appreciate it all. You know what I mean? Also, if it's anything that you doing that or got going on that we could support or show love to, you know what I mean? Let us know what it is, man. We take pride in doing that here in MELLO-ROOM, man. You know what I mean? Like we said, this is for artists by artists.
Yeah.
So for other artists out there that are doing a thing that needs support and what they got going on, hit us up, man.
Yeah, you can hit us up in the email, which I think is above my close-up screen. Or you can call us at 407-930-0307 here at the studio. Man,
I'm good.
The phone's always forwarded to me, so if you don't get me, if you call here and we're not in the studio, you will always get me. So just reach out, man. Syph, got anything?
No, I think we be ready to wrap it up. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot of good things for us coming in the future.
All right, cool. And you still can't convince me that ABC and Fox can't offer YouTube packages. Fuck out of here, yo. MELLO-ROOM, we out of here.
All right, peace.